I hope your people can find the piece that they're looking for.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I went live. And what?
Oh, you did? Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Hey, we catch Spin being racist every single fucking time. This is what happens behind the scenes.
That's not great. That's not super at all. Okay.
Oh, actually, Spin, you had said something about my tattoo, that you liked my Fantastic Four tattoo or something.
Yeah, it was cool.
About my tattoo, whatever.
Yeah.
That actually is a Fantastic Four symbol, and it represents, me and my family. We're the Fantastic Four.
That's dope, bro. I mean, I just think that's cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, so I'm slowly making the standing around video more worthy of the music that is with it. So today's a slightly improved version. I'm going to keep working on it, and we're going to warm up with a little music, and then we'll come back and say hi to the panel and our early morning viewers. Fucking StreamYard.
Standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around. Just standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around.
Yes, the clock is moving.
Watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around. Just standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around.
Child trafficking.
Hey, this is gross. That's more gross.
Tell LeBron James the rules. Hand down, man down. Because the key is, can he stop Jason Terry?
Standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around. Just standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance.
All right, that's enough for today. We'll keep working on that video. Shout out to Uncommon Sense for the great music. And speaking of shouting out, here is the wonderful Sunday morning panel. We have Sports and Fitness Rants. We have the Tragic Basketball Channel. We have the Real Siberius. And to wake everybody up, I'm handing it over to our energy man, Sports and Fitness Rants.
My goodness, are you kidding me right now? You gonna come in here with a goddamn Sunday show and you gonna roll in with that video footage? Goddamn AOH. I tell you, boy, the czar of the video footage. I tell you guys the same thing every damn time. My man be chopping it up. He be laying it out. He be serving it out there to y'all. God damn it, man. Once again, shout out to my man LH for having me come through. I wasn't here last Sunday, but I'm here now. And I know some of y'all had some things to say. Y'all was happy that I wasn't there because, you know, you got a little break from my loudness. Well, guess what? I'm here today on the Sunday show. Shout out to my man, the Real Siberians. Speam in the building as always, man. You guys know how we do it, man. Again, shout out to Uncommon Sense for hitting us with the, you know, standing around. I mean, God damn it, man. Standing around? But that was excellent work, though, by my man Ailway. So shout out to Dakota, Laree for coming through. Godzilla Monster Island, Michael Gill. Shout out to you guys again. Jordan Stopper, the Jesse Glad Saget, Prozac, my man Jerome Ransom for being in the building. Sleepy Audi, the Third Eye. Krez Mers, shout out to you. You know I always mess your name up. Don't be upset about it, but shout out to you for coming through. My man Carl Hoff in the building. Sox R2B, Lynetta 402, Tom 306, Speedy Eagle, Pink Lady Scorpio, Chase 1738, Anthony Sanchez, Bandhead, Ivan 1294, Boom Shakalaka, Rod Day 125, my man Matthew M. Once again, shout out to all you guys that continue to come through. Armand Smith, Meg, Full Venom Jacket, my man Dallas, shout out to Dallas for coming through, John Freeman, yo, Mountain Skies, yo, you guys know the deal. Let's roll.
And that's our show. I got hyped.
That's the show.
That's our show. Thank you to everybody.
Breezy Wulong, Juan Sanchez, shout out to you guys.
I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. That was awesome. I feel really good about myself now. Spam engine.
Don't look at the screen, Robin. Don't look at the screen. Hey, no, shout out to the chat. Shout out to my current followers, past followers, new followers. I appreciate y'all as I move to the Tragic Basketball channel so I can get in the same space as all these other fine gentlemen up here. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to you, AOH, for continuing to work with me. Shout out to Robin for being a real life hero. Shout out to Siberius for being a workhorse. Shout out to Michael Jordan fans are the best. And yeah, let's I can't say let's roll. I don't want Robin to punch me through the computer. Let's proceed.
Are you a hardcore Steelers fan, or is it more fashion and the fact that
no, I'm bald and I come into it naturally, not like that freak that you keep showing LeBron. And I like to look presentable, so I put the hat on.
No, okay, ahead, take that hat back off.
Show's over, right?
Take that hat back off.
Absolutely, this is fine. Just for this, that's it. It's not even close. It's not even close.
Hey, Siberius did that. That's not my fault.
I know. No, Siberius, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not close.
Speaking of Siberius, say hello, sir.
Hello, everyone. You know, I thoroughly enjoy these Sunday mornings. This is like 4 a.m. for me. But I'm going to get up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring what energy I have, bring what brain function I have. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for always coming through. We genuinely appreciate it. We can't do it without you guys. Otherwise, it'd just be 4 guys talking to themselves. Let's do it.
Yo, okay, man, shout out to Siberius for bringing the brain function that he's got left out here on the Sunday, man. Yo, much respect to you, man, because I know it ain't easy sometimes, and you got to sit here and listen to me yelling and talking all crazy. So again, man, shout out to my man, the real Siberius, like I said, who started out in the chat as a true supporter of our live shows and came out here. And again, you know, like I said, it's what it's about. He's out here setting the record straight, helping us out, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, your partial brain is better than Jason Timpfs' full brain, so we're glad to have you.
I mean, that's a low bar.
I mean, could be worse. I'm not even sure if I'll give Speam that credit. So there's always something to be thankful for.
Yeah, listen, in 2027, you got to do better with these. I'm just saying. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm going to read my list of topics, and then we'll warm up with something that it came across my desk this morning. Going to get to Steven Jackson's comments. A lot of content creators are talking about it. I feel like I have a little bit of a unique take on it. We'll see if that's true. When exactly did Bob Meyers turn? It was a long time ago, in my opinion. It's not a recent thing.
No.
We're going to react to Uncommon Sense a few times today, and we'll see how far we get, because like he has a half an hour of talking points in each of his intros alone. But it's always fun to look at. Rigging for LeBron James has become standardized. We don't even react very much anymore. You know, they just do these things to us season after season. It gets a little bit worse and a little bit worse, and then it just becomes the norm. And maybe that was part of the plan the whole time. Joel Embiid. Oh my goodness.
What did he do? What did he say?
You will get to it. Okay. What were the qualifications that landed someone like Draymond Green TV contracts? And are they similar to Jason Timpfs qualifications? What are the goals of our basketball channels compared to those of LeBron's Braun Goblins? And speaking of Braun Goblins, this morning, Bitch Ass Report. That's the new name for Bleacher Report. Bitch Ass Report.
I like that.
Back when it happened and LeBron James had his weak ass comeback to Sengun, soft ass tall guy. And it was so embarrassing that it was worth us making fun of. Well, what do you know? Bleacher Report decided to market that as LeBron was being cool, and they featured LeBron calling out Sengun for saying that it was a soft ass call. Now, on the show that Siberius and Speem Tragic Basketball Channel recorded together, we talked a lot about how you go into the comments, and as obvious as it is to us that it's nonsense and embarrassing, if you market it to people who can't think for themselves as something good, then the comments will reflect that. And indeed, LeBron, instead of focusing on the fact that 250-pound LeBron James needlessly threw himself across the lane without being touched, they focus on the fact that he talked shit to someone who had the nerve to actually say soft ass call. Do any of you fanboys want to look at the fact that steroid man LeBron James needlessly threw himself across the lane in order to get a trip to the free throw line, which of course he couldn't convert on the free throws. But there's a reason for this. It's not just that I saw that sorry ass Bleacher Report short. I saw Sports and Fitness Rants and The Real Siberius. I listened to you guys dealing with fanboys. And it's very frustrating how easily influenced these people are.
Oh, yeah.
Which kind of is an excuse for me to bring up the question I have for the panel. What the real goal of our channels is compared to the goals of these other channels. I'll start with me so that you understand where I'm coming from.
Yep.
I'm not here to convert to make you like Michael Jordan. If someone else is your GOAT, fine. If someone else is your favorite player, fine. I think my primary goal is to encourage you to look at reality and think for yourselves. And if your camp is to promote something that isn't even real at all costs, what exactly is happening? We're battling against this wave of idol worship that isn't even based in reality. And I find it very disturbing that that's a large portion of the population. Oh boy, I brought us down real quick. Let's go back to Sports and Fitness Rants to improve the energy.
No, Speem. Why don't you let Speem go ahead? Go ahead, Speem.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, AOH. I don't even think it's necessarily a bad thing the way you're stating it. The nature of my channel is of course I want to do my best to make people laugh, and you'll say I'm failing at that, blah blah blah. That's fine, but I also want to raise awareness to so much of the BS that's taking place, specifically within the NBA, and I wouldn't care if we weren't inundated with information 24/7 telling us the opposite. You, myself, and Siberius quite often talk about the world and just people. And Robin, you talk about character all the time. I think we're reaching very dangerous times where these athletes and these, Bleacher Report and House of Highlights, which I just did a video on about this, is they have all this power to put out this content, and so much of the content just is bad. It's just bad for humanity, not even just bad for sports. And I like poking fun at that. I like raising awareness of it. The craziest thing is we're often told, you know, well, what are you going to do when LeBron retires? Blah, blah, blah. Those fans are missing the point. The point is what he's done to the league, what he and Clutch and this generation has done to the league is so poisonous and toxic that it's actually crossed over to being basically societally damaging. Right. Mm-hmm. So when LeBron retires, if anything, I'll probably have more to say because he'll be more involved with the world because he won't be involved in basketball.
Wow. Hey, he kept it equally dark. Who wants to go next?
I'll go last. Go ahead, Siberius.
That's smart. Okay. That's smart.
Let's get Siberius's face up there.
I appreciate that. You know, I'm genuinely trying to implore critical thinking. I just want people to look at things the way that they really are. I don't care, like you had mentioned, if somebody else is your GOAT, that's fine. I just don't like when people say GOAT and they mean favorite player. That's when I start to have a problem with it. Like where you're not being genuine to the facts. And also, you know, I mean, it's Robin's catchline, but it's so true to stop the lies and the narratives. I don't care about converting people. I couldn't give a rat's ass about that. Like my channel, don't like my channel, like my content, don't like my content, agree, disagree. That's not why I'm here. I'm just stating my opinion, but my opinion is based off of facts and my opinions are substantiated. So, you know, when the fanboys come in and want to attack, they can't attack what I say. They have to attack me as an individual or my channel.
Well, I thought you had it was one line from your video, but it was a pretty important point. If we were here to make money, we would do the brainless blueprint that everyone else is following and praise LeBron James. That's the surefire way to make some money. So if anything, we deserve more credit than other people for standing in the face of lies and poverty that comes with telling the truth. Hold on. I was laughing not at you, Siberius, but by some of the comments I saw, one of which is a super chat, and then we're going to get to Robin. Thank you, Jed, for lightening the mood with this. My goal is to help LeBron repair his relationship with his father, Delonte West. Aw, yeah, what a nice guy, Jed. It hurt him so bad he had to be restrained, and then he quit against the Celtics in the middle of the playoffs. Well, that's what GOATs do. As long as you have an excuse, go ahead and quit. And then pretend that retiring on top is the same thing, the same level of quitting. Okay, sports and fitness rants. Let's roll.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you guys know my channel is kind of twofold, all right? You know, sports and fitness rant. So I have the fitness side of things where I talk about exercise and health and stuff like that. You know, it's funny sometimes, you know, speaking just a second ago, you were, you know, highlighting your bald head. And, you know, it's funny to me sometimes, you know, I get the LeBron James on the fitness side of my things. Once again, you guys know that, you know, I've shown my head many times on my channel. I've done many videos without a hat on. And the funny thing is, sometimes the LeBron James fans find their way to my fitness side of things, and they'll make you know, comments about you know my head or my bald head or something like that, which is funny to me because you know they'll laugh at my bald head or whatever the case is, but yet still you know they won't have any energy for LeBron James to call him out and how he continues to brush his head. Do you see me on camera brushing my head? Do you see me on camera wearing do-rags and all this stuff? No. And the funny thing about that is, I usually often would tell people like this who make these kinds of comments, I do videos without my shirt on. I do videos with no shirt on, doing workouts. Why are you worried about my head with no hat on, nothing? So those people, I dare y'all to go do a video right now, take your shirt off, go do an exercise with no shirt on, damn no hat. Take your shirt back on right now and go do a video. LeBron James fans don't do this kind of stuff. These are the kind of things I'm doing on my channel. So when we talk about what the point of my channel, the goal is, on that side of things is just to once again give people the information that I've been utilizing in my life. It's like the Michael Jordan saying, I never show people exercise on my channel that I don't do. I'm never going to show you a workout that I've never done before. That I'm like, I just saw it in a magazine or on some, video online, and I'm just going to show you guys this exercise, but I'm not going to do it myself. It just looked cool, and I want to show it to you guys. No, I'm showing you things in the exact workouts that I've been doing for years. These things are tried and true. All right, the smart nutritional choices. People talk about the energy on here, right? Oh, yo, Robin, come on, man, give us the energy, right? My personality, how I am. A lot of this goes, and I attribute to how I am as far as my nutrition and how I am in the active lifestyle. So that's that side of things. Now, as far as the basketball and you talking about sports, whatever I'm talking about, I talk about all kinds of sports, all different kinds of people and different kinds of angles. Speaking, you talked about, the qualities. A lot of times I talk about the honor, the integrity. I was one of the first people out here talking about how LeBron James is not top 10, but not just based off of the resume or how he plays the game, but about how he carries himself. And I said, I root for and get behind somebody and hold him and compare him to other great players when this dude's not honorable. He's not an honorable guy, and I don't respect him. Once again, he's lost the respect out here. So the goal is always going to be, like my man Siberia said, stopping the lies and narratives, setting the record straight. Because again, that's why it's important that we're here. Because they're lying about the past eras, man. The guys I grew up watching.
I do my videos with my pants off. I don't know if that's as cool, but...
Yo, man, that's something, right?
Jed is back. Jed followed that one up with, how can you be the GOAT if your teammates are destroying your mom? All right.
Good question. A great question. That's a great question.
That sounds like the voice of experience. How did you do it, Spin? How'd you get through that?
What does that even mean?
God damn.
Dang. Internet. Hold on. Let me screen record that and send it to the NAACP.
Yo, but it's funny though. This is kind of the stuff that we say with the Pippen thing, right? Like all these years later, a lot of us that grew up watching the dynamic between Pippen and Jordan, now all of a sudden we're finding out Pippen, was envious and jealous as hell, and Jordan still won despite all that.
Well,
like the dude didn't even give him any condolences when his dad was murdered out of spite. Like what kind of dirtbag stuff is that?
Wow.
That's what it looks like, by the way, to not be secure with your hair. You gotta let that shit go. That's exactly what I avoided right there. I said, screw it, just shave my head. Fuck it. That's
Am I giving hair tips on my channel? Am I telling people how to dress? It's so weird to me how people will be obsessed with my head. And I tell them, I got like hundreds of videos with no hat on. I don't understand you guys' obsession with other grown man's head. I'm 45. I've been with my wife for 20 years. I'm good, y'all. Don't be weird. It's like when them weird dudes was accusing me, calling me steroid and fitness rats. They're like, how can anyone act the way he acts? How am I acting? Am I breaking things in the background? Am I in a padded room back here and jumping all over the goddamn screen? No. I'm giving you the facts. I'm in your face, man. Don't be mad because this is my personality. I don't need drugs to be this way. God damn, man.
Hey, I don't know who you think celebrated that you weren't here last Sunday. We all felt it.
Yeah, I was going to say it was the opposite.
They know they are. Listen, I tell you guys, listen, I watched the live show. I saw the comments, and I seen some people make comments. I saw one person make a comment, and they know who they are because they in the chat right now. And they said that they was happy that I wasn't here because they got a break from me. Whoa, well, goddamn it, you got your 1 week break.
One person in our chat, man, this dude is a detective. Don't
miss nothing. I'm in there representing. I'm in there. Yo, I'm in there supporting y'all.
Do not talk shit about Robin. He'll catch it. So speaking of, not being petty enough to make fun of people's personal appearance, that's exactly where I'm going.
Example A.
Because I would like to, with all of the people who are available to fulfill positions on television, which are high-paying positions, how the fuck did Draymond Green beat people out? Like, he's hard to look at. He's hard to listen to. Like, what exactly were his qualifications that earned him the right to be on there? And with that in mind, let's bring in, I don't want to only pick on black people. Jason Timpfs is just about as ugly on the other end of the spectrum, and you know, his own unique, hideous way. But what are their similarities? Terrible weak takes. LeBron cock gobbling, and well, I guess that's all you need. But it's amazing how many hideous, dumb people ESPN employs and their ilk employ. Like, what is Kendrick Perkins doing on television? What is Wright doing on television? Ramona, I don't want.
God damn, why you gotta go at Ramona?
Well, I'm trying to be politically correct. I got to include all the races, all the genders.
Looking like Spence from King of Queens.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's more like a monster, so it's not a race thing; it's like a identity thing.
How about Bob Meyers? I mean, Bob Meyers is hideous in his own unique way. I'm not sure what's happening with Bob Myers. He looks like he's still being pulled out of the womb.
Yo, listen, this guy, Jason Timpfs, that you have on the screen right now, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not trying to disrespect him like that. But listen, all due disrespect actually to him. The first time that I came across him was maybe, I don't know, a year or so ago. And I saw a video where he was breaking down how smart LeBron James is by, in fact, resting on the basketball court. The walking around, the blowing on the hands, the standing around, blowing on my hands. All that he was doing, he actually made a video explaining. He actually tried to use science and break down that LeBron James uses those opportunities to rest on the basketball court, and he does it at the smartest times possible. That's what the dude made a freaking video about that, and I made a response video in reaction to that nonsense that this clown put out. This fool actually tried to say that standing around, resting on defense, not doing a goddamn thing is a strategy, and that's a high IQ move by LeBron James.
I heard Colin Cowherd say that first. I don't know who was actually first, but Timpfs isn't the only one who said that. I first saw this horrific face in a Bald Head Kid video a couple of years ago. And in that video, Bald Head Kid said, "Who the fuck is this?" Indeed. Well,
I'm trying to Google him right now. I'm not even trying to make a joke. I don't know who this man is.
Listen, he does what fanboys do. He repeats the same regurgitated trash. His most recent one, I'm not going to play his clips today because we've got other things to get to, but he talked about LeBron's IQ as an asset. He said that LeBron right now is better than Jason Tatum in both the regular season and the postseason.
What?
Hold on, somebody talk. I'm gonna These are the people that make it onto television.
See, this is what we were saying. This is what it is. The goal of our channels. This is the goal. To stop fools like this from saying stuff like that, and these people coming out with all these nonsensical, narratives and remember, because they're rewriting the history. Like everything that you saw happen, the way it happened, they're now saying it didn't happen that way. When you see LeBron James standing around not getting across half court, in your mind you think, well, that doesn't look right. Like there's something wrong with this picture. Like you should be hustling out there to a certain degree. And remember, this is not every once in a while. We're not cherry picking this stuff. You mentioned something very important earlier in the intro, AOH, when you talked and mentioned the clock running and LeBron James was just standing there on the basketball court. Remember, this is part of the narrative we talked about. This is part of the smoke screens and mirrors. This is part of what I'm talking about when you check on the resume. Remember, they always promote LeBron James as playing all these minutes in NBA's history. Guys, those are the minutes. You see the minutes? Those are the minutes right there that you see LeBron James playing. These are seconds clicking off the clock. The man didn't make it past the three-point line on the other end.
He didn't the next possession either. This keeps going.
Hey, something else that I neglected to mention. When you have guys like this putting stories out, putting information out, just like Draymond Green. One thing I forgot is that when you go on social media, there's a lot of bots in the comments. There's a lot of artificial traffic that's pushed. So I think it was you, AOH, that asked, like when you look at the comments and you see what people are saying, a large part of that's not even real. That's just automated responses to push traffic. So when you're going in the comments and you see, for example, I don't know, LeBron do the ice in the veins celebration, and you see in the comments everyone put like flame emojis or that's fire or whatever, something so clearly not real, that pushes traffic. And,
listen.
LeBron, thank you. LeBron's bot farm. Yeah, thank you.
You say it's not real, but tech bros are the ones that like people like LeBron James, and their best friends are robots. So for them, it's real. If their robot fucking types comments, then that's their buddies joining them in the war. It's if it's real for them, then it's real. Just like LeBron James being good on defense and having a high IQ and not being a complete liability to the team is real for Jason Timpfs or Draymond Green.
Let me give you guys a quick example of what we're talking about here. Hold on, guys, real quick. In the chat, you have someone that says, if Michael Jordan's the GOAT, how come he didn't go number 1 to the Portland Trailblazers in the draft, right? And then a couple of seconds later, he follows that up and says this. Ralph Sampson said, get the F back, boy. I'm number 1. So this person, Care Yo Ass, is under the impression that Ralph Sampson was the number 1 draft pick when Michael Jordan was drafted, and he wasn't the number 1 draft pick because he's not the GOAT. Go ahead. We'll keep moving.
I mean, as much as I appreciate your energy and the fact that you actually go after these people, most of them don't deserve to be acknowledged. Neither does Jason Timpfs. But my point
you see what I'm
is
saying, LH? That's a LeBron James fan, and they don't even know who was drafted number 1 in Michael Jordan's draft, but they're out here blabbing about Michael Jordan. This is what we're talking about. This is why we're here to, educate. And it's the registration these clowns. I just educate this fool. Go find out who the number 1 draft pick was of Michael Jordan's draft. Please do that.
My all-time LeBron stopper team, JJ Barea, Jason Terry, Deshaun Stevenson, Dirk, Kevin Garnett. Yeah, the list is longer, but I appreciate you, Jed. Hey, I'm going to take a second to shamelessly ask for supers. It's a hard time to be a truth teller. Ladies and gentlemen, bring those supers in. We're not going to keep reading the comments of fanboys. We are going to read the comments of our true supporters. Actually, fanboys, if you want to give us money, we'll read your comments and have a good laugh. But Armando Ruiz, thank you for being here. Actually, Sports and Fitness Rants. Go ahead and read that since you're on the screen.
So I'm talking about these people, man. You had someone say it was Sam Bowie. Goddamn, man. Sam Bowie is number 1. Wake the hell up, people. Yo, shout out to Armando Ruiz again. Yo, shout out to all you guys out there. Gino Panzini, Woodage, shout out to you for coming through as always. Prozac, what's up? Behind the LBJs, the T-Macs, and Durants lie strong, independent women raising them. That's a common denominator with their behavior. Is this a coincidence? No, yo, shout out to Armando Ruiz. That's a great point again, man.
Are you sure they're strong? Because LeBron's mom sounds like a whore.
Goddamn. Yo, you coming out firing with some of these comments.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You call my mama. You call my mama whore?
Read
some fighting words.
Go ahead and classify his mom's behavior in a different category.
You can't be the most important. Yeah, you can't be the most important player in the league.
You fuck so many dudes, you end up fucking a teammate of your son. I mean, damn.
You can't.
That's a big fuck pool.
Yeah, you can't be you got to be smarter.
That water is
There's
over
too many guys.
The edge of the pool and then some. She fucking flooded fucking Akron.
Yeah,
and then Miami. Okay, let's shut me. Let's shut me up.
Keep rolling, man. You rolling. You burning it down. Keep burning it.
I mean, this is the woman screaming from the stands. She got pregnant too early. She wasn't prepared to raise anybody. Thank God he turned into a physical freak. Otherwise, they'd probably be dead from starvation on the streets by now if he hadn't been a physical freak.
I mean, listen, I will say this about what Airways is saying, just to get in on it. I will say this. if you think about the interaction that we saw he had with his mother when he told her to shut up and sit down, we all remember that, seeing that. I would never talk to my mother like that. I wouldn't even ever think about talking to my mom like that. And again, man,
your mom didn't fuck your teammates.
There you go. So, I was proving your point. I was trying to help you out. I was backing you up. If he feels he can talk to his mom like that, then maybe she's not really worth that much then.
Yeah, but listen, there's at that time, there was 7.5 billion people on the planet, right? You can just not bang your son's teammate. I'm just saying, if you're aware that your son is the most, if you take everything like the race and the youth and all that stuff out of it, if you're aware that your son is the most, I'm trying. If you're aware your son is the most important athlete on the planet at that time, which he was, there's a lot of other men you can sleep with or even involve yourself with to not have this still be a thing 17 years later.
It was Delonte's personality. I mean,
Delonte. Yeah, I'm sure he had a bunch of great one-liners, a bunch of cool jokes, and sick movie references and all on all that. That's all I'm saying is you gotta move smarter than that. But again, when LeBron was in high school, this man was driving around in a Hummer. Everyone can say we're nitpicking, but he had no self-awareness even then. So it's just consistent with his character is all.
Life is long, and when you are guaranteed to be a multi-millionaire by 14, I don't want to hear about a hard childhood. It's a very small portion of your life that you already didn't know that life was going to be easy. Anyway, Woodage with 10 jewels, Lynetta with 1,000 jewels, and Spam with you on the screen. Please read. Oh no, I should put. Actually, it's for Siberius.
Go for it.
Eyal Sabag, thank you for the super. And go ahead, Siberius.
Siberios, is that like Siberius and Cheerios?
Yes.
I was gonna say, but Eyal Sabag, I like that. I'm gonna start going by Siberios.
Get yourself a box of Siberios.
I was shocked to learn from you that the rims are softer now. So they've actually changed the rim 3 times.
Oh, man.
And each time it ends up being softer. That's insane. And LeBron dares to flaunt his points and field goal percentage. You guys are the best part of my week. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Al Sabag. We appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Right. See, there's the goal. There's one of the goals. You're educating people out there. You see the comment right there? I was shocked to learn from you that the rims are softer now. So when you talk about some of the evolution of the NBA, I've often talked on my channel, when a lot of people clown the field goal percentage of a lot of the guys back in the day, we often talked about how the game was played, the officiating standards, those kinds of things. You think about the rim that we're talking about here, but also how the backboard and rim were hung. They didn't have these fancy stanchions the way they do now. I mentioned one of the earlier lives about Bill Russell hitting the guy wire that was holding the rim up, right? A guy wire, guys, these are wires. This is right there. That's part of the court for these guys. So when you think about how the rim, sometimes I've heard stories that these guys would shoot or, do something like that, and the rim would still be shaking the next time they came back down the court because of the way they were hung back in these days. So when we talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the players that, back in the day, these are the things we're talking about.
I read a book about the evolution of the game, talking about the 3-point conversion, and they referenced that Laker home courts would have a ball overinflated to assist in the Showtime Lakers fast transition movement, and a Celtics game would have them deflated. I don't know how much of that is true, but they referenced it like it was a real thing. I'm going to make Speam read this one.
Let me just make sure I'm not reading anything crazy. Okay. Shout out to Jedism 755 with the $5. Delonte walked in the locker room like Darth Vader. Ron,
he did not
Ron,
type Darth
I
Vader,
am your
bitch.
father.
He did not
Darth
type
Vader.
Darth. That's why
Darth
you're reading.
Vader. Jesus. Well, excuse me that I default to what it's supposed to be. Shout out to Desmond. And
how do you know he's not trying to be funny? That's not a typo. That's like
what's the what's
1, 2, 3,
it is. It's a
lot of letters.
Father.
That's too many letters. That's
Delonte West damn sure wasn't no dark dude. So he should have said light skin Vader.
Okay. All right. I don't know. Was that a typo or not? Because that's a lot of letters to fuck up.
I need to know.
I think that was intentional.
And with the first pick, Gerald Wilkins, in New York City.
Yes, Gerald Wilkins. Thank you very much. Shout out to Armando Ruiz again, man. Always got some good. A lot of you guys, man, for real. You guys be adding to the lies with these chats or with the supers. Really funny stuff. 'Cause I tell you, man, people just be out here saying all kinds of things. They don't even know what they're saying. Ralph Sampson, the #1 pick, the 1984 NBA draft.
Just so we're clear, so according to Fanboys, the only people who can even be in the conversation about the GOAT had to be selected first.
Right. That was their logic.
Sounds like a Mad Lib. It just sounds like you're making it up as you go.
Like they don't even make shit up. They just wait until their masters declare something online and they repeat it. They parrot it.
I'm just like that.
Parrots.
Oh man.
RDT says, "Woat, worst of all time, LeBron, Draymond, Bronny, who's the fourth."
Yo, shout out to Real Donald Trump for coming in. You know, there was one thing I wanted to add on to what you said and brought up earlier, AOH, with the Draymond Green and the advertisements and, you know, how was this guy getting these commercials? I remember seeing Draymond Green some years ago on a Kia commercial. Yeah. I was like, God damn. I'm like, we just where we at? Draymond Green getting Kia commercials? And one of the things that you mentioned, and you said, you know, we were laughing about the looks of Draymond Green, right? And yeah, we can make these kinds of jokes about people's looks, because when you're doing advertising for something, your looks comes into play. Oftentimes, people who look a certain way have a certain look. That's why they're there, because they have a certain look, right? But when you think about someone like a professional athlete, you don't necessarily have to have a look or be good looking to have advertisements. But for Draymond Green, what does he bring to the table? Because like you mentioned several things, the personality's lacking. Who likes Draymond Green? He's a dirtbag as far as we've seen him conduct himself on the basketball court, right? The way he speaks, he doesn't speak very intelligently, Draymond Green. So you have three of those things going away from you, right? You're not looking good, you don't sound good, and again, you know, and your skills. Who are you? Where's your talent? Where's the talent at? Again, you have to have some level of talent. I remember Arnold Schwarzenegger always talking about the guys that were bodybuilders back in the golden era and the guys after him. And what he was saying was, yeah, there were a lot of guys that had big muscles and they looked really great, but they lacked talent. They didn't have any talent on the stage, right? A lot of those guys were trying to cross over into acting, but they didn't have any true talent. Draymond Green, I mean, goddamn, dude, you have no talent off the court.
Robin, I have an answer for you. The NBA is so bland now that even Draymond Green, quote unquote, speaking up, has fans convinced he's some kind of contrarian. But the issue is it's just that old cliche. He's just the loudest in the room. Nobody ever mentions that he's not actually saying anything. You know, recently he's been in the media talking about Clay and how he's going to play, and it's just like. You think you're coming into this with some kind of unique angle. Well, you're not going to get 2016 Clay, 2017 Clay, whatever. Yeah, no shit. Nothing you're saying is brand new or unique. But the way he says it with his wide jaw and his demonstrative speaking and all that stuff, it makes it come across. You know, AOH. We talk about Stephen A. all the time. He just says it very loudly, and he says it loudly in a time where the league is as soft as it's ever been. So that's why he's on TV. There's just flat out nobody else to put on TV. It's just
not true.
They have to do. Well,
no, it's just not true. That's my whole point. There's a lot of people to choose from.
Well, no, what I'm saying, that's the perception is what I'm saying. He's perceived to have a personality because everything else is dumbed down. But when you have to digitally de-age the face of the person on the screen just to get him up there, that tells you that you don't actually want him up there.
Well, the commercial that Sports and Fitness Rants is referring to has remained on TV for like 3 fucking years. I started making fun of it 3 years ago and decided, you know what, I can hold off on this. There's more important shit. And it kept coming and it kept coming. And one of the points I was making in it, and it's not an important point, and it's probably controversial enough to where I shouldn't say it, they changed the shade of his skin like quite a few times. Like that ain't what Draymond Green fucking looks like. That is not what Draymond fucking Green looks like. So just go and pick somebody that looks the way you want him to look. I mean, he's not a great basketball player, and he's certainly not a role model. I mean, Jesus Christ, has anyone else in the NBA in recent history. I mean, he replaced Ron Artest basically in terrible behavior. He mouths off constantly. He mouths off on his podcast. He's even disrespectful to his co-hosts, and he's ugly. And he got carried by Steph Curry, the only reason that anyone knows he even exists. And that qualifies you for a fucking television contract?
AOH, the consistent argument, though, is because there have been times, I just had to think about this. There have been times where people have pushed back against him, but he goes right into the clutch playbook. So let me finish. He goes right into the clutch playbook and immediately plays the race card. He immediately talks about black man this, black man that. The second you approach anything that has to do with him publicly about how he speaks or carries himself. So he hides behind that. So I do think
if he's going to play the race card, is it allowable for me to say don't change your goddamn skin color in a commercial?
I don't even think you need to bring it up. Yes, I agree with you. Yes, you shouldn't have to. That's the point. That's what I talk about digitally de-aging. If you have to do all this, if you have to CGI his face on the screen to get him to hang out with CGI wolves so he can drive a fake car, then you don't want him up there. Get somebody
that was a starving coyote at best.
Excuse me, coyote. Get somebody up there that you do want. Like, that's the point. Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, Jed says he had a legit smoker demolishing his mom's. Eddie TV gives a shout out to the panel with a super chat. Shout out, salute y'all grind, pause.
Josh, Midwest ATV, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Oh, is that a reference to Steam Engine's terrible pausing?
No, Alex, no. That's a whole thing. That's a whole different show. I'll explain it to you later.
Oh, okay. Carl Harv, there you are. You like kept me afloat a couple of shows ago. I hope you follow this up with 20 more supers, because depending on you. Do you guys think the Delonte thing really happened, or was it a smokescreen for the move to Miami? Dude, some people put out some videos out there that made me a believer.
I think that should happen, especially after he was blackballed. Absolutely.
I mean, if you think about it this way, his mom was like LeBron James is in the career. She didn't help Delonte West at all, man. She didn't make him better.
Nope.
He ended up becoming homeless. I mean, damn. I guess that's something.
I'm just saying the fact that it's even a conversation, the fact that they even put themselves in the position when you're the most important player, as much as we can't stand it, when you're the most important player in the league at that time, you have to move smarter than that. You know how much money they could have lost if that could have went bad. AOH, you talk about his difficult upbringing and all that and how hard. Like, yeah, you had that Nike contract, but you're the future of the league at that point. You have to move smart. You have to move like if you make one mistake, you'll lose everything. And here he is buying Hummers, buying throwbacks, letting Delonte West, be biblical with his mom and all this stuff, just out there, right? Just out there in the open, and and again, he's still arrogant to this day. Like, even now, 67 years later, he's still tampering right in front of you. He's still cheating right in front of you. It's a character that's been with him the entire time. Like, this is, again, why we do our channel. I've been consistently right for the entire time he's his career. I'm assuming I can say the same thing about you and everybody else that's been against him. Like, there's such a thing as paying attention to patterns.
Whose behavior ever improves when they don't face consequences for their behavior?
No one ever.
No, that's the point.
Armando Ruiz, good to see you, sir. MJ, okay, I'm not reading this.
MJ
no, read it. Read it. You always put the minorities on the spot. You read it, oppressor. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me put myself on the spot. Am I going too far to assume that Armando Ruiz is Hispanic? And Real Siberius, you're as close to Hispanic as we have here. MJ was as black as the street was. Get the fuck out of here, Draymond.
I mean, listen, see, that's what we were talking about before. When we talk about the makeup, right? That's why you're in advertising, right? You're in commercials. They put makeup on you, right? No matter how dark, like, who the hell puts makeup on a dark-skinned dude like Jordan? But they put makeup on all these people. You ever see some of these guys come on the camera, and you can see the makeup, the line where it ends from some of these guys. They got a lot of makeup here, and then it starts over there. Like, it's insane, man, because, again, you're on TV. They got to put all this powder and weird stuff on you.
I saw a little bit of makeup on Jordan in The Last Dance, but they weren't changing his actual skin color. They did some shit under his eyes or something. But like Draymond just turns into a different human being. And
when I saw Michael Jordan come back for the NBA on NBC, right, for those interviews he was doing with Mike Tirico, they had that man with all kinds of goddamn makeup on.
Oh.
I was like, goddamn, man, they got Jordan out here looking all raisinette, chocolate raisinette looking and stuff, man. They tried to buff down the shine on the blackness of Michael Jordan, but they absolutely put some goddamn makeup on that man. We all know he had the goddamn makeup on. All these people got makeup on. If you on TV, you won't be having makeup on. How much you're going to have on is another thing. How they're going to highlight you is a whole other way. But you're going to have some goddamn makeup on. You're going to be on TV screen stuff, man.
I don't know why they always make it look like he has Vicks under his eyes or something. Like he's about to start crying.
We got to move past this topic. We have to. We have to. Yeah.
Okay, but Robin, did they actually change his skin darkness or just smooth it?
Listen, Michael Jordan has about 4 shades of blackness that he went throughout his basketball career. All right, there's an early Michael Jordan from the mid to late 80s, right? In the first couple of years, he's really black. And then you have the shinier blackness Michael Jordan that kind of evolves into the early 90s. And then
shiny
blackness? It comes into a more of a darker brownish Michael Jordan. And where we have now, we have devolved back down. Listen, man, everyone knows, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what do we got next, AOH? What's next on the docket?
Let's talk about your head. It's nicely shaped.
It's beautiful. Yo, my head is beautiful. I am bald and proud, not like that fucking gargoyle you just had up on that screen.
Speaking of gargoyles, we should just spend an entire show looking at. I mean, I'm not so sure that the commissioner of the NBA is alive. He may be the undead. I mean, that is one unhealthy looking motherfucker.
Oh,
and sometimes he looks like he fed on a child recently, and sometimes he looks like they've starved him. Like he gets real. Okay, I'm moving on. The real Donald Trump, prime Rodman versus prime Draymond. Who are you taking?
I mean, that's not a question.
That's got to be a fake question.
Yes, I think I don't even think he meant us to answer that. He's making a point. Here come the supers. You know what? Ask and ye shall receive. Thank you for reminding me, everybody, that sometimes you just have to say it. Thanks, everybody. I legitimately appreciate it. I don't say thank you enough, but thank you for the support. We all appreciate it. And we're all happy that Sports and Fitness Rants is back here, no matter what one goddamn person in the comments said.
Hey, listen,
you know, Robin probably wrote that dude a letter. He probably found his address and mailed him a letter.
Sometimes I understand that, so no doubt, man. I'm not upset about it, right, man? I ain't taking it personally.
Okay, I got to move along. So back to talking about hideous people. This is one of the sound bites. Thank you for giving Joel Embid a voice on your dog shit podcast, Draymond. This is taken from Uncommon Sense, but I broke it up. We're just going to focus on Joel Embid's stupid ass for a moment.
I mean, can you imagine, the skill level that we have nowadays, or let's say me doing that back in the freaking 60s? That would have probably put me in jail.
Absolutely.
I would have been the greatest player ever.
That's the funniest damn thing I've ever heard. So that was Joel Embiid being delusional like a lot of modern NBA players, being delusional like a lot of modern NBA fans, to think that if he went back to the 60s, he would just be dominating people. They would think he was doing witchcraft. They would throw him in jail because he was just so unbelievably skilled.
Okay, hold on. So Uncommon's doing it.
I mean, can you
bitch, StreamYard, you piece of shit. Okay, so Uncommon did a great job, but I slowed it down further. Let me rewind this. God
Yeah,
damn.
don't slow down on his face. I don't need to look at that.
Back to the 60s, he would just be dominating people.
Okay, we're about to look at. Oh boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
How long has he been in the league?
11 years, I think.
11 goddamn years, man.
Wow.
Can you not sound like this is your first attempt speaking English? I know that made me sound a racist, but fucking do better. You can sound a little bit better. I thought it was Hakeem Olajuwon the fucking first year he landed in America. But Draymond Green and Joel Embiid. I didn't understand. I had to play it 5 times before I knew what he was saying. Now, he sounds exactly like LeBron James and Pat McAfee back when they were talking about Kyrie Irving and, oh, they would have called it witchcraft. I mean, it's the exact same goddamn conversation. And Joel Embiid was like, you know what? I'm going to go on Draymond Green's show and say that nonsense. Just, he can't even be original. But how weird is it, sports and fitness fans, all of you guys, how weird is it in any context whatsoever to say they would have called me the greatest ever? Woulda, shoulda, coulda, say this, say that. A recurring theme with these weird NBA stars and their fanboys. They would have said this about me. What's great about this video from Uncommon Sense is that he actually shows the basketball skill of people from the past versus not just Joel Embiid in a basketball game, but in a moment in which you have all the eyes on you to look at your actual skills. And let's take a look at Joel Embiid's skills.
They would think he was doing witchcraft. They would throw him in jail because he was just so unbelievably skilled.
Here we go. Carry number 1.
Those are crap.
Now let's put both hands on the fucking ball and just get prepared for the next obstacle because your skill level is so high. And carry number 3. This is in an NBA skills contest.
And I'm here to tell you all that this...
Okay, we're going to let Uncommon Sense continue to speak, but I'm sure you guys are chomping at the bit to say something.
Oh,
Okay.
Wait, no.
Let me mute myself. Go ahead, Siberius.
I'm going to let you fight. I'm not even going to call anyone. Just
Go ahead,
whoever's loudest.
Siberius, go ahead.
Siberius is growling.
so the thing that fucking disgusts me about this the most is, do you think they never thought of fucking carrying the ball, of palming the ball back then? They couldn't get away with it. They wouldn't call you the greatest. You'd be fouled out in the first fucking quarter. There would be no allusion to your greatness because they actually called the fucking game. Oh my God. And the fact that they said it with such hubris and condescension, like it's just, oh my fucking God. Fuck him. I fucking hated him before. I fucking don't hate him now. Fuck
These
that
people
guy.
just get worse and worse. These players just become less likable and less likable. We're supposed to be holding on to, oh, well, he was young. Oh, well, he was immature. Oh, he didn't know better. And what do we get? The further down the line,
Excuse.
Has paid that guy $500 million, and
Or-
he's never made it past the fucking second round.
yeah, what did the process get Philly? Doing the exact same weird sellout shit that LA did nearly 10 years ago. The process. You know what? 10 years from now and $1 billion later, we're just gonna switch to the drama show, and not basketball.
Process gets you fishing on a fucking boat, winning fishing competitions during NBA off seasons.
Defend.
Telling teams.
I'm being self-conscious right now.
I wanted to say something off of what Siberius was mentioning. Why he got him so upset because, again, he has a right to be that upset, and he's right on the money with this stuff. When he talks about the hubris of someone, like Joel Embiid, but not only Joel Embiid, how we've, listened and heard a lot of these guys recently speak about themselves on the microphone versus the past eras. For him to say Not I'd be, one of the best guys out there or anything. I'd be the best player. I'd dominate these guys. Instead of saying something along the lines of, it would be great and interesting for me to try my moves and test my skills against a Will Chamberlain, a Bill Russell, a Nate Thurman, a Willis Reed, or, some of the guys, or Walt Bellamy, someone that played during this time. It would be interesting to test my skills in game against those guys and see how I would stack up. No, I'm just going to be like, yeah, man, they'd be out there saying I'm doing crazy stuff. They want to know what to do. No, they would be, dude, we don't know what you're doing. That's not basketball. They'd be, what is that dribble move that you just did? They would be looking at you, like everybody in the stands would be like, what is this black guy doing out here right now? Can anyone tell me what this big goofy ass dude who, yeah, dude, you sound like Goofy, man, from the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Are you freaking kidding me right now? That's all you on the microphone. So listen, I don't give a damn about people's accents. And I don't care if you can't speak English. You've been in America for all these goddamn years. Remember, he played for the Dream Team, so you're an American. I don't give a damn about that. But if you're not going to be able to speak clear, understandably so, then goddamn it, get your interpreter. Get your backup out there. Let one of your people there with you and let your interpreter break it down for us. Don't be coming out here sounding all congested, like you got combat balls in your mouth. How of you not being able to speak? The hell out of here with this stuff, man. You gonna talk about the guys in the 60s? You wouldn't be able to talk about Bill Russell? Are you freaking kidding me, man?
Listen, thank God for you, Sports Center's Fitness Rants, because I was feeling self-conscious about what I said. But the reality is he's showing another level of laziness. I went and lived in France for one summer one time, and I spoke French better by the time I left than he just spoke on a goddamn podcast. I did it in Sweden also. By the time I left Sweden, I spoke better Swedish than this motherfucker did here. And as you pointed out, you could have represented France. You could have represented another place. You chose to represent the United States of America. Well, fuck, dude. If you were representing France and wanted to speak French on the Draymond Green show, that'd be one thing. You're still failing at a language that you've had a very long time to do better at. It's lazy.
I bet you can count those numbers real clear.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I cut. Who's next? Who's next?
No, go ahead. Let it roll. You were gonna let it roll. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Okay.
This is 100% false. I maintain and will continue to maintain that not only are modern NBA players not more skilled, but they are actually less skilled than previous eras. So shout out to the Wilt Chamberlain Archives channel.
So I know Sports and Fitness Rants is a fan of that channel. In fact, I think it was via you that he came on my show one time, and maybe we probably should get him back on again. But yeah, shout out.
Yeah, Dan's a good guy.
I hope most of you have seen it. If you have not, he put out a.
Yes, sir.
Not for nothing, and I want to shout out the chat because they mentioned this as well. In the 60s, Joel Embiid is talking all this trash. He wouldn't have played because he wouldn't have stayed healthy. So you can sit here and talk about whether they would see you as a magician or a warlock or whatever. You wouldn't have been on the court. So give them the credit that they deserve, that they played the entire time, because I don't care if you can dribble a basketball or you can shoot a jumper from the shoulder, whatever. If you can't stay healthy, none of it matters. So talk about the 60s all you want, but if you can't play now, then why are you even given the airways? Like, why hasn't that been a response other than it's Draymond Green? And
because this is a reflection of society, as we talked about earlier. It's people who don't achieve but have a mouthpiece to talk about what could have happened. And shout out to Sports and Fitness Rants. I saw your post about John Stockton and Michael Jordan and the stats that they achieved while playing all 82 games.
That's the difference maker.
Like some of the 3-point shooters that I quoted on our last live, like I was pointing out that like numbers can be manipulated. If you play 5 games and happen to have 5 great games, wow, you're going to end the season as one of the top shooters in the league, but you only played 5 fucking games. Imagine playing all goddamn 82, no matter how tired you are and how much pain you're in, and still leading the league. Like, we almost need a moment of silence for that, because today's fans don't get it. Do you understand how hard it is to maintain excellence for every single goddamn time you are put on stage and expected to perform? Every single fucking workday of your job. And here we are. Oh, Joel Embiid might play 40 games next season.
Exactly.
Why is he talking?
Adding to what you said with Jordan elevating your game in the playoffs and then elevating your game again in the finals.
Right. Yeah, Jordan's numbers got even better in the playoffs, which seemed impossible.
Sounds like Jason Terry. Sounds like Jason Terry.
Right. There were a lot of games, that 82nd game of the season, where John Stockton had the assist record or the assist title wrapped up, where he could have sat out maybe, where Michael Jordan maybe had the scoring title wrapped up, maybe he didn't, and he could have sat out that last game to protect his, his stats. But he played that 82nd game. The Bulls already had their playoff seeding already wrapped up in 91 or 1992. Here goes Michael Jordan out there, still in the 82nd game of the season. There goes John Stockton, still out there, the 82nd goddamn game of the season, man. Going out there and doing what they do. Like AOH mentioned, like Siberius was talking about. You got guys out there now playing 65 games every season, basically, and leading the league in a stat. That's great for you guys. You're going to have that on your resume. But when I always talk to you guys about checking on the resume, that was what I was highlighting in that video. Thank you, AOH, for shouting out my video out here on the live and giving it its just due as far as Stockton and other guys, like I said, that have led the league in multiple categories or multiple times in their careers and were there for every single game of that season to earn that. I mean, think about, like I said, we talk about John Stockton. The man led the league in an assist or steals 11 times. He led the league in something, and 10 of those seasons, he played all of the games. He didn't shortchange the steals, title by playing 70 games, and he beat someone who played 81 games or 82 games because, he led the league in per game because he missed, 15 more games than these guys. That's what you get now. And when you look through NBA's history and you see a lot of guys who led the league in a lot of things a lot of times, even the great players, they have these things on their resume, but when you look into it, they miss a lot of games that season.
Robin, you mentioned the number 65. The reason that's important is because it represents the bare minimum.
Right.
And that's what these athletes are striving for. Yeah, thank you.
For self-worship. For self-worship.
To be considered, to be relevant, 65 games, right? So that represents the bare minimum, which are quote unquote greatest of all team athletes, that they're striving actively now in 2026 to do the bare minimum. What else? What more do you need to see?
Right. I mean, that tells you who
True.
Do these people have as their priority, themselves or their team?
Well, themselves. I think that's
that's what you just pointed out.
Yeah.
I was thankful for the supers, and now we're ignoring supers. So we're going to take a little. We're going to take a moment to get back to these. That commercial. Oh, okay. Jed. Hey, Jed. I don't know if these are for me because this is my first weekend with Jed being a primary contributor, but I hope you're on my channel. That commercial is one of the perks of being under Le Skywalker. Boy, yeah. How about appearing on inside the NBA? How about anything? How about having a career still as a player who should have been kicked out of the league for his behavior? You're on it. Thank you for the super. There's a lot of perks with selling out these days. It don't represent the truth. Just represent who will give you a paycheck.
Shout out to the chat for mentioning someone like Ted Williams, the great baseball legend Ted Williams. And him going out there and not protecting his 400 batting average the last game of the season by not sitting out their game, by going out there and playing that last game. So again, man, when you start digging into the details of some of these guys and their records, they're actually greater than you remember them being. J-Rod says 10 joules. I don't know what the hiding thing that comes with 10 joules means.
No, there's an emoji that you can choose whenever you're sending joules. Like each level of each amount of joules has a different emote next to it.
Yeah, but why would you choose hiding? Why does that mean?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
Just because it's tendrils.
I'm not calling anyone out. I just don't understand. Mark Book, with no comment, but with 10 pounds. I think that's 10 pounds. Pounds still exist after Brexit. Breezy. Hello, Breezy. If you really think about it, LeBron should have won with that trash Cavs team in 07, 09, and 2010. He proved to us that he never had that dog in him. Yeah, well, it's pretty convenient when the league has your back and everyone else on the team gets thrown in the gutter, and the narrative is that LeBron carried trash. We've seen from LeBron's mentality that he wouldn't be capable of carrying a trash team to the top record in the East. What we do have evidence of is who LeBron really was when it came to the playoffs. But thank you, Breezy. Thank you, Breezy.
Yeah, shout out to Breezy Woolong, because if you think about that 2010 Cavaliers team, specifically the 2010 team, all of the talk heading into the playoffs and during that season, the Cavs were the best team in the East, man. They're going to the finals. That was all the talk. If you look at the ESPN predictions, for whatever it's worth, because the LeBron James fans always love to talk about being the favorite for Jordan. Well, look at the preseason or the going into the playoffs in those matchups. Every one of those ESPN guys predicted the Cavs to beat the Boston Celtics in that series that season. Every one of them. No one picked the Celtics. And they went out there and lost it, blowing a lead in that series. And then people try to turn all these years later and try to do what? They try to rewrite the history. Oh, LeBron James that first in the Cavaliers. He had to leave. They weren't even good. He had to leave. They were the best. They were the favorite. They were picked by everyone to beat the Celtics. They didn't win. It was like the other year when they were picked again. They were going against the Minnesota Timberwolves in that first round. Everybody, I believe, except for maybe
Lakers
two
in 5.
people at the end.
Lakers in 5.
Exactly.
Were they not favored over Orlando as well, or?
No, they were. They were making the commercials.
Yeah.
But they were the heavy, 2010, everybody, they were the heavy favorites in 2010. Remember, they lost in the second round, not the conference finals, and they had the lead.
Yeah, to avoid Kobe Bryant matchup. Because we knew Kobe Bryant wasn't afraid to show everybody who LeBron was. But sports and fitness rants with a great topic. LeBron fanboy media has learned from this, and it was put on full display by Brian Windhorst. You have a team in the 76ers with an absurd roster, an absurd schedule. And what do? Oh, they're underdogs. So instead of ever being real about meeting expectations, lower the expectations. Therefore, you didn't really fail. And if you exceed those expectations, well, you exceeded expectations.
Right.
You have three kinds of MVPs as starters on your team, and you're somehow an underdog. You have 2 MVPs in the finals.
3 of the top 10 scorers in the league.
And 3 of the top 10 scorers in the league. Generational player when he's healthy in Joel Embid. But you're an underdog. But again, they were an underdog, I guess, kind of when they had AD. I mean, maybe that's what they were saying. Even though, again, he was the most powerful force in basketball when he was healthy.
Addition by subtraction. I don't want anyone to forget how much of an advantage it became for the 76ers to get rid of Paul George. And that's not even being mentioned. Like, addition by subtraction, you started the path to healing by getting rid of Paul George.
Yeah,
you brought in Jaylen fucking Brown? God damn.
It's an upgrade.
You're a contender already by getting rid of Paul George and bringing in Jaylen Brown. Yeah. But let's pretend that you became a contender when LeBron showed up. Holy shit.
Another thing that's funny about that, because I don't know if you guys have seen, but they have started dropping the 76ers in the rankings. I think they're ranked like 3rd or 6th now.
No, 4.
Oh, okay.
4 and below by Windhorst.
It feeds into 2 different narratives. One,
sure. Well, just choose whichever one you want. Listen,
people don't live in reality. I was going to say when that team turns out to be garbage, they'll say, oh, well, you know, what could you do? You know, it's a brand new team and they're older. You know, they'll have all the excuses locked and loaded. Or if they happen to win, then look at what he started with and overcame.
It's the Russell Westbrook effect, Siberius. It's a win-win for LeBron. If he wins, it's because he made him greater. If he lost, it's because, well, it's Russell Westbrook. What can you do?
Spin, you want to read Midwest Eddie TV?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Eddie TV with the $5. Of course, it's true. My stepfather used to hustle out there in Ohio. His mother was a smoker as well.
There you go. So I told you she took him down. That's how she made him better.
Shout out to Eddie TV.
Carl responds to Eddie TV. Sports Biz Rants. Go ahead.
At Midwest Eddie TV, I think this was the beginning of his lunacy in crafting these outrageous narratives. Shout out to Carl Harvey for coming through. All you guys in the chat, we appreciate it as always.
Thank you for Balkan for saying go team with 5 jewels. Thank you, Woodage, for saying happy poop. Everybody loves a happy poop.
Yeah.
The narratives were taking place even before he even got to the NBA, because again, it comes back to the Hummer thing. It comes back to the throwbacks thing. There were already all these stories being told as to why these things weren't, like blue chip situations, like why he was able to get these things and his mom was able to get this Hummer by, like these crazy means. The narratives were built back then, back in 2003. So nothing has changed in 2026. None of it's based in basketball. It's all based in BS. It's
Panel,
been consistent.
how are we doing
the
on
entire
time? Do I have to shove us along, or does everybody have a little bit more time in front of them?
I got time.
I'm good.
I got
Cool.
time.
Fantastic. Yeah. Then I'll read a couple more supers from our wonderful supporters. We'll get back because Uncommon Sense included a clip of some ball handling that I actually think that today's players would be dumbstruck by. But I said, go team, play 82. This is Reno saying, play 82 or I don't give a fuck about your stats. Amen to that. Amen to that.
Especially if you're healthy.
Do your goddamn job. Show up to work. Imagine that you have to show up to work 82 days out of the year and you can't do it. Full Venom Jacket. Hello. Thank you for being here with the super chat. Only 18 of 582 players in the NBA played 82 games this past season.
That's actually up from last year.
Yo, shout out to Full Venom Jacket. That's a fantastic number. Thank you very much. Again, you guys can continue to contribute to the live shows. And, something like that, it shows and proves you guys that we're not just out here rambling on and making up scenarios to make these guys look bad by saying, oh, yeah, those guys are never out there. They're just talking because they're old heads. No, as you have seen here from Full Venom Jacket, 18 of 582. I mean, I don't know what the percentage is off the top of my head, but God, it ain't good. I wonder how many of those guys are receiving max money that did not play the max amount of games.
I mean, they're all millionaires. If you're in the NBA, the minimum is $1 million.
0.03%. Shout out to Prozac. Thank you very much.
And all they're asking you to do is travel the country and be in the best shape of your life. That's it.
Robin, you didn't calculate how much worse pillows and mattresses are nowadays. I mean,
you're right. That's a great point. Again, so remember when we talked about the guys from the 60s when Joel Embiid is making these comments and, a lot of you guys were saying he's not even going to play those games. It goes back to those guys were playing 3 games in a row sometimes, right? We've talked about a lot of this stuff, 4 games in 5 nights. Like Siberius has mentioned before, these guys would play multiple games in one day. You think Joel Embiid can play back-to-backs? He's going to play 3 games in a row or 2 games in one day? Hell no.
On a chicken feather pillow?
On the first pillows ever invented?
Yep.
Yo, if Joel Embiid from Africa, dude, you think you want to be in Africa in 1960? All right, think about living back in Africa in them days, my man. All right, so I mean, remember Joel Embiid's the same guy that talked about he was fighting lions out there in the Sahara.
Say that.
Wait, he said that?
He was joking about that. But come on, man. You guys know, I remember hearing about Manute Ball, who played in the 80s and the early 90s. There was a story about Manute Ball, who's from Africa, who's from, the bush, that he actually did, in fact, kill a lion with a spear, protecting his village. So
bullshit.
Robin, I need you to shout out. Robin, I need you to shout out the air up there. Shout out the air up there.
Yo, shout out to Kevin Bacon.
There you go. Kevin Bacon. The Jimmy Shake and Bake. There you go.
These are domesticated lions raised by humans that are murdered so that people can pretend that they're still following a culture. Anyway, that's a whole different subject. Fucking disgusting.
I'm just saying, yo, when I tell you guys about people that could do things, and you talk about how you have to live your life, the reality for some people out there, that's why I say, man, you better be thankful you live in America. You ain't got to be worried about no goddamn hyenas coming up on you or some goddamn lions or something coming out the bush on you when you're just trying to get some goddamn water. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just think simple things.
Lions in the bush.
People don't even got down there. I told you, my family on my father's side is from the bush, from Sierra Leone, West Africa, the poorest nations in the world. All right? Some of the stories I heard about the people out there and what they were going through, man, what? Thank you.
The topics we have touched upon today have been quite diverse.
Oh,
I mean, the ants will kill you out there. You get killed by ants out there. Everything is trying to kill you out there. Everything.
I got to tell you, I'm tempted to go this direction, but I'm going to pull us back in. We need another topic talking about this.
You can't call Grubhub down there. You think them lions going to let Grubhub come by? Hell nah. You think them hyenas going to let some Grubhub dude come by the bicycle? People in the goddamn bush.
Shout out to Kevin Bacon.
Okay, Spain, read Verbalken, please.
Shout out to Verbalken.
It's Verbal Kent. Verbal Kent.
Shout out to Verbal Kent.
Verbal Kent.
Just recognize that it was AOH's mistake.
I got your back.
Forward. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah. Jordan played every game he could play in because he was confident in his ability. LeBron plays to manipulate his stats and still can't touch Jordan. Truth.
Which he didn't include this part, which indicates that he's not confident in his ability.
That's right. That's right. Absolutely. He wanted to put on the show. See, those are the moments that I'm talking about when I say that Michael Jordan don't owe me nothing. I owe Michael Jordan because he did. He showed up every night. He went out there when he didn't have to go out there. So when you turned on game number 82 of the regular season and the Bulls had everything wrapped up and you were like, hey, you know what, man? I caught a Bulls game, man. The Bulls on TV. Michael Jordan was there.
You know, the other side of that is, do you guys remember when LeBron had his little streak of like most games with 9 points or whatever? And he got he dished that assist off and they won at the buzzer and everybody on ESPN was calling him a hero because he didn't talk about his stats and all this stuff. That's the other side of this is that when he does quote unquote that was the play you make, right? But they called him a hero. They basically called him a martyr incorrectly because you're supposed to die when you're a martyr, idiots. They called him all these things and he was just making the correct play. But let them tell you he was a hero.
It's not just that he made the quote unquote correct play for the first time ever. He did it.
Right. Exactly.
First time ever. Anyway, we've got a bunch more supers, but I'm going to show a little bit more of this clip from Uncommon Sense of some ball handling that would in fact cause today's players to say it's witchcraft.
Absolutely.
Yep.
And why modern NBA players look the way they look. And obviously most of that.
You guys count how many times you see the hand go under the ball. I'm not even sure if I'm seeing it going to the side, and they're doing some crazy shit.
It has to do with the rule changes. And so I'm going to play a video in the background of this video. And this is a video of Calvin Murphy demonstrating.
Okay. Hey, fanboys. $1,000 to me if you can show, or $1,000 to you if you can show me Joel Embiid dribbling like that. Shit, show me Joel Embiid going down to the ground and getting back up. I'll settle for that.
Just show him running up and down the court. Just show him running up and down the court. Have you guys seen that clip of that robot running sprints? That robot that ran sprints and its like legs broke off. They said that's going to be Joel Embiid in the playoffs.
I just
some dribbling skills. And so the conclusion that
look at
the
shit.
Wilt Chamberlain archive,
And look at the sneakers they're playing
the
in.
conclusion that he came to on this video
they're
is
doing all
that, hey,
that
these
wearing bed sheets on their feet, playing like that.
Wearing Chuck Taylors. That's crazy.
Wearing Chuck Taylors, playing like that.
I made the mistake of trying to show up playing Chuck Taylors, and goddamn, my feet suffered.
You'll get hurt.
Yep.
You will die playing basketball with Chucks now.
It was. I didn't feel good. I did not feel good. Look at this.
Yo, shout out to the Wilt Chamberlain archive, man, for, like I said, going out there and being a true historian. Like I always shout the Wilt Chamberlain archive. Like Airways mentioned, we've done work with the Wilt Chamberlain archive. I've communicated with the Wilt Chamberlain archive many times. A true historian of the game. He considers himself a historian of the game. And these are the kinds of things, the lessons and the education you're going to get from someone at the Wilt Chamberlain archive. So once again, shout out to him.
Okay, back to while this is playing. Thank you, Uncommon Sense and Wilt Chamberlain Archive. Let's get through some supers, because God forbid I neglect people who are supportive. Thank you so much. Oh, okay. Let's not go down a hole here, but Renzo Diaz says, SNFR, did you see sports news calling you out? Sports and Fitness Rants. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, shout out to Renzo Diaz, 1537 for coming through. And yeah, you guys know I did a live show, Friday Night Live I did, and I went in on NBA Sports News and his fake conspiracy theory channel. And you guys know the deal, man. So again, man, I appreciate.
Is that the same? Is that Rust? Is that the same person?
No, that was the guy that actually came through the live and was actually threatening me on one of my live shows. The live show I just did on this Friday. This was from last Friday, the show that I did addressing one of the videos. And I said that this guy's been attacking a lot of the common channels. And I said that the last straw I had was after he had made a post about Jim from Self-Research NBA Facts and some of the content that Jim does as being repetitive, and that Jim doesn't have, he's got some kind of hidden agenda by putting his videos out early in the morning. I don't know. So I addressed him. He had a post about me, and I addressed him.
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. I don't know, but said he made a post about me, and he talked about me doing a video on Monte Ellis comments, and that those were old comments, and that I'm doing videos like everybody else. I don't know what this dude talks about, but he talking about calling me the police. He said I'm a police officer. I don't know what that means. I guess I'm the police on YouTube because I'm handcuffing fools out here with the facts. But yeah, he says, I don't know, because I've mentioned before that I've worked as a correction officer in my life for many years previously. So that makes me the police to him.
Are they aware that you were a naval officer? Well, maybe not an officer, but you were in the
Yes,
Navy
I was enlisted. I was an E5 when I was in the Navy. Definitely not an officer. No, never an officer. But yeah, I said I don't hide anything on my channel. That's part of how I am on my channel. I tell people stories about my life. I tell people about me. I'm not here to hide nothing. I'm not here to act like I'm somebody I'm not. I'm who I am, man. And again, people think that they know me because I'm so open with a lot of my stuff. And that's what happens when you're out here being open the way that I am. People think that they know me. Like I said, this guy's really, obsessed with me lately, making a lot. I mean, he's done a lot of videos on me. And in a lot of these videos, I'm dressed as a police officer. So again, like I said on my live show, for the record, people know. Weird. I am not a police officer. I never was a police officer, and even if I was, who gives a damn? Because
wait a minute,
this guy's essentially mocking me for having a job.
Wait a minute, he's AIing a uniform on you?
Yes.
Whoa, what the fuck
That's
is wrong
some
with
fetish shit
people?
right there.
What the fuck is
exactly.
wrong with people?
It's the same thing with that guy FYF Sports. When I was getting into him a couple years back when I first came on here, we were going back and forth heavy. He made a post about me, and he superimposed my face on the Credible Hulk's body. And they called me Steroid and Fitness Rants. And these are the kinds of things that I tell you, people really do have a personal attachment to me because I'm so loud and in their face.
I got to tell you, it'd be hey, FYF, instead of AIing other people, what if you make your own fitness video?
That's what I told him.
Oh, well, of course it is. Who is the dude? I don't remember. You weren't there at Sports and Fitness Rants, or you would have had a heyday. Who was the dude that came on here and was like threatening me as if like he was in my neighborhood and gonna like shoot me with his boys. And I'm like, we're on the internet, dude.
I think I was there because I do remember that.
I think you came later.
Oh,
I
must have watched that live. I remember saying about or asking about where you lived or something.
Oh.
Was that recent?
Like in the last year.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on. Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Always good to see you. This is how dumb LeBron's fans are. One of them said Russell. Oh no, this isn't. No. One of them said Russell Westbrook was brought to LA to sabotage LeBron's legacy in LA. I mean, it was bad enough to deny that it was LeBron's idea. Now we've gone to the other end that it was done to sabotage LeBron. Motherfuck, it is confirmed this was LeBron's doing.
Whose legacy took a hit? Russell Westbrook. They had segments on Russell Westbrook, and they were calling him Russell Westbrick to such a degree that his wife was being heckled in the arenas. His kids were being heckled in the arenas because Skip Bayless and the other LeBron James fans, Shannon Sharp and others, they made it hip. They made it hip to call Russell Westbrook this stuff. His legacy took a hit.
Robin, he had to retire. It's the definition of taking a hit. He had to retire because of playing with LeBron James. Like that is his legacy.
Who did you compare it to? It was like so and so has a job, but Westbrook doesn't. Sports and business rights.
Right. Yo, who heckles people's wives and kids in the stands? Like, people are losers, man. Like, you're a loser for this kind of stuff. Like, people are just weird. That's what I'm talking about, people, man. Like, I don't get this stuff. But these are the kinds of people that you have out here, man. These are the LeBron James fans, man. Because, again, they wanted Russell Westbrook to be the scapegoat. Because, remember, they hyped, like you guys mentioned earlier, they lowered the standards now. Because the last time they hyped up LeBron James, the 2021 season, to keep the same energy season, if you remember those seasons, the 2022 season, remember, everyone hyped them up. 70 wins, they said they were constantly going to win. So when you come with the high expectations, and then they fell super short of that, they needed someone to blame, man. And Russell Westbrook was that guy.
Where's leadership fall into that, sports and fitness rants? Because LeBron continues to be heralded as a leader. Okay, so you orchestrated this thing and it failed. Somewhere along the line, leadership should be called into question because leadership causes things to work. Leadership causes things that wouldn't work to end up working. And here is an obvious advantage of talent that still didn't work. LeBron James is the opposite of a goddamn leader. This is the motivation that I have. It's very upsetting to see someone so fucking trashy in every aspect of his being heralded as a great. Like every aspect. He's a shitty family man. He's a shitty person in interviews. He's a shitty teammate. He is a shitty leader. He is shitty on and off the court. And all we hear is the exact goddamn opposite.
And remember, wait, real quick. I put something in the backstage. It was shown to me by one of my supporters, and it's on topic of just how fucking insane fanboys are. I think
this?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. What are we looking at?
So when we really analyze Michael Jordan's 6 rings,
if we're being honest, to tell the truth,
imaginary. Let me explain. 2 3-peats. Did anyone ever really see these in person? I have yet to meet somebody who watched Michael Jordan get all 6 rings. They probably seen 1 or 2, but not all 6. I'm starting to wonder if actually artificial intelligence has tricked us to believe Michael Jordan has 6 rings and 2 3-peats. It's not real. And then fucking mic drop. That's not fake. That's actually what somebody fucking commented.
I think they're just trying to get a reaction out of you, Siberius.
Thanks, Siberius. I really don't want to continue now. Thanks. Jesus.
But that's the definition of not living in reality, right? You don't want to live in that reality that we've talked about. So the reality that they make up in their mind is, in 30 years from now, 20 years from now, no one's gonna even think that actually really happened. Like,
hey, Robin, you know what the Mandela effect is? 30 years from now, they're going to tell us we're remembering it wrong.
Yep.
30 years from now, they're going to tell us, well, it's just the Mandela effect. You guys were remembering it incorrectly. This is really how
slavery didn't exist in America, according to this administration. I mean,
okay, yeah. Well, that's true.
You can change whatever you want to if you're in charge.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is the greatest administration in the history of existence.
Right.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
Well, that's the rewriting of history that we've been talking about. They're trying to rewrite the history to make us try to, remember things, a different way. And that's why, this person's saying that no one's going to be around, who saw this stuff. Like, what, are you killing us all off? We're all going to be dead in 20 years? Like, goddamn, dude. Like, I don't understand this stuff, man. Like, the dude is literally killing us off in like 20 years. I don't know how old he thinks that we are, or, the kind of shape that he thinks that we're in. Maybe he don't think he's going to live that long. But 2050 ain't that far away that all of a sudden in 20 years from now, 25 years from now, we're all going to be somehow dead and gone. And again, these are the kinds of stories that we're talking about. This is how you pass down the education. You pass down the history of the game. This is why you have historians. If that was the case, then we wouldn't know anything about anything. We wouldn't be able to prove or believe anything was real because we don't have anybody around when the pyramids were built. Those are not real. Yeah, it is real. Again, we talk about all these kinds of things. You can go to the museum or the Hall of Fame. You can actually go there and see the tangible stuff of those moments.
Sports Veterans, so these people that you're describing, are they going to continue to believe in dinosaurs, or will they say that was fake? I mean,
they're trying to do that now, these freaking weirdos.
They already do. That's already a thing.
Well, it's like how the Earth is flat, AOH. Wake up. The Earth is flat. Come on.
No.
AOH. You got people who do not believe in dinosaurs. They do not believe. They think that human beings existed with dinosaurs simultaneously. They have lost their minds. I told you, people have lost touch with reality.
That's a different. Wait, you said two things. Dinosaurs don't exist, or they existed with humans.
Well,
there's two trains of thought.
Yeah. There's two.
They were watching the Flintstones.
Convenient.
Well, because remember, a lot of these people do not believe in the age of the Earth. They believe the Earth is like 5,000 years old, man. I mean, so when you think about some of the things you were taught as a kid in science class, science was one of my favorite subjects growing up, probably my favorite subject growing up. It was the most interesting subject to me. Earth science, biology, these are interesting things to me. Chemistry, physics, not so much, because a lot of that has to do with math and a lot of weird stuff. But science overall, and what it does to be, to do things and figure things out, the way that the Earth, works, the things around us. Some of these people just don't want to listen, like I said, and live in the reality of that world. So they come with all these different, thoughts in their mind, like I said, and beliefs. And I respect people's beliefs. I told you, I went to Sunday school growing up, y'all. My mother's an Italian woman, man. She mad religious, man. All right? So she always be telling us about God. Oh, yeah, God, there's a plan. God got a plan. All this stuff, man. All right? So I get all of that. I said, I went to church on Sunday. I understand that some people believe, what they believe. But the facts remain. There's evidence. These things are proven. That's the beauty of science. This stuff has to be proven.
Yeah. So Sunday school, did they talk about the good old days of humans with dinosaurs? I don't remember that part of Sunday school.
AOH, can we recognize the greatness of this show that we have gone from Delonte West to evolution in an hour and a half?
That's a broad spectrum.
If that's not a reflection of the minds on this panel, I don't know what else to tell you.
We're breaking it all down.
Where else are you going to get that?
Hey, you guys know that basketball is a tiny portion of my life, and science is the other portion. And indeed, I'm like sports and fitness rants. I like life science, not mathematical science. Yeah. But like I was asked to speak at a school, and the organizer told me not to mention evolution. I was like, why is that? And like, well, because all life began at the same time 8,000 years ago. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to accept this contract.
Was it the I Promise school? Did you get asked to speak at the I Promise school about evolution? I told you it's not real.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, but it's all related. It's all related to the basketball stuff. The things that we're talking about now, like some of this, real world things, and some of the things that people believe in or don't believe in. it's all similar to the basketball stuff too, because again, people are trying now to rewrite things. Now they're trying to tell you that something that's already been proven, that's already, been done. We've already proven that Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. And none of these guys have been able to prove otherwise. You got people now that don't believe in gravity now. I mean, when did this come about? Like, when did we devolve to such a degree that people, I thought we were done with this stuff. I thought these were not conversations. Like, when was this? Like, you never grew up with your friends and was like, yo, man, I don't know about that gravity stuff, man. It's kind of weird to me, man. No one was questioning the earth. Now, all of a sudden, yeah, man, I don't know about that. You got freaking people that already been out there that are coming back telling you, and you got people like, yeah, I don't know. You got the scientists that already proved all of these things. And again, what do I always tell you guys? The reason why we're able to have basketball history is because of historians like the Will Chamberlain Archive. So when you listen to people that know more than you do, who are we to sit here and tell that guy who runs that channel, them videos is weak? I don't believe those videos. He must have doctored those videos up and put them out there to make us see his point of view. He don't know what he's talking about. No, he's breaking down the facts and giving you the info. So you always listen to people who know more than you. That's how you move forward. Everybody can't know everything. You have to once again concede to people that know more than you.
You dropped one line in there, Sports and Fitness Rants, I don't believe, and that's been adopted as, instead of denial, of a power move. It's like the fact that you don't believe in something makes you in denial. But now with social media, you can go and find an entire group of other people who are in denial, and therefore you're not just in denial, you're part of a new community of believers in the truth that doesn't exist.
I mean, have you ever been going about your life? I mean, because really, just think about this in the grand scheme of life. There are so many things going on in life that, again, I say the same all the time. I got more important things. I got other problems. I got my own problems to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So whether the earth was flat or round, if someone came out tomorrow and was like, yo, man, they lied to us, man. They lied to us, man. Can you like one of my friends called me all of a sudden, man? Yo, man, they lied to us, man. Can you believe that, Robin? Or they lied to us in elementary school. I mean, the whole time I've been going through life feeling good because the earth was, round. Now that it's flat, I feel a certain way about that. I mean, come on, goddamn, man. Got other things to worry about here, man.
Hey, listen.
Like I said, you think the people in the St. Jude commercials give a goddamn if the earth is round or flat?
In the spirit of getting off of science, maybe. Shout out to whoever in the chat said we've all been alive to see LeBron lose in the finals every time he's done it. That's a science.
Oh, this is man. One fucking chat sent us down this path. A dude who wasn't even alive while Jordan was playing, saying that shit wasn't real.
Yeah.
Okay. God damn it. Thank you to the viewers who are still here with us despite all these paths we're going on down.
What a spectrum.
Juan Sanchez Gringo. That's quite the name. Gave 1,000 jewels.
That's a lot of jewels.
TC, $40. God damn. Much respect, you guys. I enjoy your content. Well, thank you for being here. People like you.
We appreciate it.
People like you keep it going, because God knows we're not getting the clutch media paycheck.
Yo, for real.
Robert says Blazers offered the second pick and Clyde Drexler to the Rockets for Sampson. They said no. Think if the trade went through, the Rockets take MJ? ? I have no idea.
Yo, shout out to Robert Moore. That's a great question. Again, we appreciate you guys asking us things like this.
Yeah, great question. I have no goddamn idea.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's part of the thing that we talk about with Michael Jordan changing the game, right? The thought process always was, that a guard is not going to be able to really take you there or get you there, right? Michael Jordan was still, seen by some of these other people as not going to be someone that was going to win a championship as the head guy. So that's a really interesting question as to whether or not he would have went to one of those teams in a scenario like that.
Hey, what do you think the process was when deciding to make this guy legitimate? They're like, all those acne scars are a real plus.
I've never even heard him speak. Like,
good for you. Good for you. And
yeah, I know nothing about him.
I'm sorry. One way or another, we're promoting this fucking clown. So I'll just take it off. Let's put Speed Mention back on the screen.
Excuse me, 1 second there. Okay.
No, but you make a great point though, AOH, because the point you're making there though is that, like you've mentioned, if you're gonna come out here on YouTube or social media and promote LeBron James and or take away from Michael Jordan in the era somehow to promote LeBron James, then you can blow up easy. You don't gotta say anything factually. You look at a lot of these clown LeBron James channels, they got all these subscribers. I'm like, how the hell if they have all these subscribers, man? They ain't saying a goddamn thing. All they're doing is bashing other eras. They're not even promoting LeBron James. They're promoting
Robin, it could be bots, bro.
The other guys.
Well, consider the debate we had earlier.
Manufactured.
Consider the debate we had earlier about who said what first. They just parrot each other. It's the same fucking nonsense. It's like, oh, somebody just, and as Rick Bucher, it might end up being the most famous thing he's known for, declarations or confessions. Well, they keep declaring nonsense, and then someone else declares the same nonsense, and then another person declares that nonsense.
And people like
AOH, I think that's where the frustration comes in, because when you have people of advanced ages like yourself that have seen all these things over, like you've lived to see Jordan win, right? Like Siberius, you guys have seen Jordan win. I've seen Jordan win. We've all seen it happen. So when you're arguing with kids that didn't see it happen, and they tell you, again, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. We're actually the ones who kind of do, because we experienced it. You're going off of what you're being told, and that's the issue.
Look, Sports and Fitness Rants takes the energy of addressing people who say shit, but what are the titles of a lot of these videos? So-and-so says this. So-and-so says that. The only fucking thing they have is saying things. And we have, well, here's what happened. Does that matter? Does what happened? Where does what happened weigh?
Here's evidence.
Your world of saying.
Here's evidence. Here's proof. Here is visual proof. Here's a picture of me at the game. Here, look, I'm pointing. Was it you? I'm pointing at the game.
Who pointed? Who like ruined my day by pointing out that they're already just going to say that shit from back then was AI? Was that you, Spain?
Somebody put that in the
no, it was Siberius. Like. Siberius with that fucking dreadful comment from a complete fucking dipshit. The 2 3-peats. That shit didn't even happen.
That's what it was.
My goddamn fucking God. That's where we are.
The crazy thing is like we joke about that now, but it's just like and don't want to get too political, but we also joked about being Trump being president too. It was real funny and cute when we didn't think it was going to happen. But 30 years from now, it's 30 years from now when they're saying that wasn't Jordan. That's a deep fake. That's just some guy. And people believe it. That's going to be like, that's the reality we're going to live in. And we're going to be just the old men yelling at clouds and being called haters. Like, so it's cute and funny now. We kiki about it, but we're like, that's actively, it's happening as we speak.
I mean, go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty sad reflection of the country. Be a reality television star and you have political clout. I mean, look at what Stephen A. Smith is doing with his goddamn nonsense. Whether he's flirting truthfully with politics or not, he sure fucking has a lot of nonsense to say about politics.
He sure has a pretty big audience. He sure has a lot of airwaves. He gets a lot of attention for somebody just kind of like saying, oh, he's cute.
Does Stephen A. Smith know what he's talking about, or does Stephen A. Smith put on a show?
Well, I think it comes down to people like to live in an echo chamber, especially the softer that our society has gotten. People want to have their opinion repeated back to them because it makes them feel valued. It makes them feel understood. It makes them feel heard. It doesn't matter what the fucking nonsense that it is. They don't want to be challenged. They don't want to be questioned.
And I'm sure a lot of people are saying that we're an echo chamber. I would actually welcome arguments against us if they could present them in a manner that isn't complete and total emotional nonsense. It's like, how much time am I going to spend with people who are parroting things that aren't true? How much time have we already spent today talking about? We're not even talking about things that are real. We have to spend time debating shit that isn't even goddamn real. So
that's Pandora's box right there.
So please hold your criticism that we don't invite fanboys on all the goddamn time, so that we can spend our Sunday debating shit that isn't even fucking true.
Well, that's exactly what it comes down to, because they're going to mention the longevity. They're going to mention the age. They're going to mention the scoring title. They're just going to mention the same fucking points over and over and over again. And even if you counteract those points, they don't care because they don't listen.
Let's keep moving.
Think about the details on something. I'm sorry, LH, but just think about what we just said before. You said, "Oh, they're going to say that the 3-peat, wasn't real." They're talking about Michael Jordan's greatness being so great it can't be real. We're talking about LeBron James being so bad we can't believe he was that bad. When you watch that 2011 finals, it's a lot worse than I think they want to really give credit for. So what do they act like? Now they want to act like it wasn't that bad, right? They want to act now that, it really wasn't LeBron James. There were other circumstances, again, making excuses. Oh, it was Eric Spoelstra's fault. Oh, the Mavericks' zone defense was impenetrable. Oh, my God, Dirk Nowitzki was unstoppable, right? All of these things were going against LeBron James, man. Right? Oh, man, we don't know. LeBron James now telling us he was in a dark place during that time because everybody was rooting against him. All the odds were against him now somehow. So this is what they've continued to do. They're trying to make you forget about how bad LeBron James was.
No. Look, you just listed a myriad of excuses that are supposed to justify failure. Bottom line is, you're talking about failure. Hey, look. Next year, they're going to come out with yet another explanation for the failure. You're still talking about failure, and we have the luxury of talking about success in the face of adversity. I mean, do you want to worship a failure and spend your life talking about what woulda, shoulda, coulda been? Or do you want to use people who found a way to succeed as your inspiration?
Well, AOH, I mean, you answered that question when you played the Joel Embiid clip. It's just a bunch of woulda. Seriously, it's just a bunch of woulda, coulda, shouldas. That is the generation. That is the standard of success. You don't measure success by what you did. You measure success by what you could have done.
This is who has a mouthpiece. Trash like Draymond Green giving a microphone to trash like Joel Embiid. And look. No matter where anyone watching this show puts Joel Embiid in talent or an all-time great, he called himself, I would have been the greatest ever back then. I mean, goddamn. The trend is repetitive at this point. You insecure bitches declaring yourselves as I would have been the greatest of this and I would have been the great of that. What you don't have is an actual population of people watching sport who organically decide, damn, that guy might be the greatest. That's not happening. You have to lie to the world on a Clutch Sports fanboy podcast about your own greatness.
What they often reference,
goddamn Embiid. Who the fuck
they reference Muhammad Ali, AOH, whenever they talk about, well, he was allowed to do it. Why can't these athletes do it? Not understanding the difference. But that's usually what they go to first.
I'm not. Go ahead. Sports and fitness fans will take this Muhammad Ali bit for me. I don't even have to.
Yeah, but no, I mean, Speed pretty much, broke it. I mean, he didn't break it down, but he said they don't understand see, that's the laughable thing with this fan base. They'll bring up these players in references that are not applicable, man. There's no way you can make that correlation between LeBron James and Muhammad Ali in any aspect. Like if you try to say, yeah, well, Muhammad Ali called himself the greatest of all time, and LeBron James, he's always talking about himself. If you don't understand the difference, like Speem said, then again, you haven't been paying attention. And again, you're not a grown up. That's why I challenge his fan base as not having any adults in it, and the people who are adult by age. That's all they are. It's just a number, man, attached to them. They're not actually adults, man. They don't understand these kinds of concepts that we're talking about when you say LeBron James and Muhammad Ali. And I said, you should be offended. I don't care what color skin you are. You should be offended that they mention LeBron James with Muhammad Ali. You should be absolutely 100% offended at the highest level. Because Muhammad Ali represents more than just an athlete. At the highest, Muhammad Ali sacrificed. It don't matter if you agree with him or not. He was willing to make that sacrifice. LeBron James would never sacrifice. You think LeBron James gonna get behind Colin Kaepernick and sacrifice his China money? No, he ain't gonna do this stuff. So you ain't gonna put your money where your mouth is, like people have, like Muhammad Ali did.
You guys want to do some uncommon sense intros, or do you want to break down this Steven Jackson soundbite next?
I'm good with whichever.
We got a lot of supers to get to still, and dear viewers, we aren't ignoring you. I'm just trying to figure out how to balance this shit between every time we unfortunately bring in the societal mirroring of the NBA, which is an important
You can't help it. That's how bad it is, AOH. You can't help it. It's all connected now. That's the point.
Skinter Scoldum, 10 jewels, and another 5 jewels, and Wolfsbane with $9.99 says Russell Westbrook is the biggest example of when LeBron's leadership fails. Thank you. That's what we said. He needed a Kobe or MJ to temper his fire and fix his deficiencies. Swap Jeremy Lin and Westbrook under Kobe and see what happens.
I love it. Love it. Great comment. Great comment.
Yes.
Thank you, Wolf's Pain.
Yeah, shout out to Wolfsbane for coming through. And that's what it leadership. LeBron James. But remember, they always say that Michael Jordan was a bad teammate. LeBron James, great teammate. That's the narrative they spin.
Again, I've talked about this on multiple shows. Ahead of the season, you'll project that LeBron James's leadership is going to cause this to be the best season ever for this player. And when it doesn't happen, no one remembers that you said that LeBron James was going to change that player.
AOH, I want to call attention to something real quick before we move on. Go ahead, though. Just don't let me, just real quick. You shouldn't have to apologize for going into the societal thing, because this is the problem. You know, these athletes are the ones who are saying they're role models. They're the ones who are saying that they're doing these things within the world and making it a better place. And of course, I'm paraphrasing. Charles Barkley saying, I'm not a role model. That's the point. If you actually just went out there and played basketball, you know, shut up and dribble, quote unquote, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking about all of these things. But they do it to themselves by talking about all of the work that they're quote unquote doing, by sitting up there holding books upside down, acting like you're reading them. Like, you're doing that. If you didn't put on this front and just played the sport that we love, we probably wouldn't have a lot to say. But thankfully for us, you're going to keep doing it. Like, you're going to keep telling us you're something that you're not.
Yeah,
so I don't think you should have to apologize for it, because it's all intersected, and it's not our fault it's intersected. We're not the ones out there putting these messages out.
I don't know if it's it's unfortunate though, because we all crave the time where we could just actually talk about basketball, but the lines are so blurred that it's almost impossible. Like I actually put forth a very significant effort not to mention society or politics, but goddamn, if they've ever been more similar in history, it's right now. So it's hard not to. And because people don't come here, most people don't come here to hear political shit. Sports used to be a place to escape from it, but it's just not true anymore.
Yeah.
Look at Stephen A. Smith. He's launching a political career from sports.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even goddamn talk about sports when he's talking about sports.
Well, see, Speen, man, you made a great point here and mentioning that, you know, AOH shouldn't have to feel a certain way. I know sometimes AOH wants to tiptoe the line here. We don't really get involved in a lot of political things.
I want to tiptoe.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we tiptoe too many lines.
You don't really come out here tiptoeing with some of the stuff I'm sure you want to say. Sometimes you hold your tongue with some of the stuff. I'm just saying some of the things when we never said we don't go down these roads. Because again, but the one thing that I want to say when you're talking about these kinds of things, Speen, is that we talk about the players. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I don't necessarily have a problem with professional athletes talking about politics or giving their opinions on societal issues. It don't have to be politics. It could just be a societal thing. Maybe an event in the news. They ask them a question about what they thought about some event in the news, a hurricane, or maybe a natural disaster it could be, or whatever, the fires, whatever it is. I don't have a problem with them giving their opinions on this stuff. The problem comes for a lot of these professionals these days, because now they have the platforms that the guys did back in the day, is that they speak and they try to speak intelligently about a subject that they're not intelligent on. So again, this goes back to what I've said. You're not, being informed on a subject you think you are, and yet you want to come out here and give your 2 cents when you probably should just shut the hell up because you're not informed on something. You have to go and inform yourself. You have a whole entourage. You have a whole team. You can have people do research and homework for you before you come out and tweet something, before you come out and speak on something. So it goes back to, do you value this person's opinion? Because I know we've all had something that we've thought about, or we've seen a scenario, or we were in a scenario, and you thought in your mind, I wonder what this person's opinion would be of this. Maybe it's a family member, a best friend, or a co-worker, or someone you respect and value, a mentor, and you wonder what they would do in this scenario, how they would react and respond, because you value their opinion. Shout out to the basketball show in the chat.
Yo, shout out to knowledge, though, Robin. Real quick, here's the thing. Knowledge has never been easier to attain, right? It's nothing to Google something. It's nothing to put a prompt into AI.
Thoroughly ignored.
That's my point. It's nothing to put something, even if you want to be completely lazy, use AI, put a prompt in, which I know how you feel about it, right? But it's never been easier to gain a fact, to gain correct information. And yet we live in a time where the majority of information isn't just incorrect, it's almost dangerously and irresponsibly incorrect, to the point that it's actually crashing down society as we speak. And I'm not being dramatic, I'm not being hyperbolic.
Speam, you said it's never been easier to access information. It's also never been easier to access fake information.
Yep. Right. Touche. You are right about that.
What are people doing with AI? What is AI doing?
Correct.
Creating things that don't exist so that people can reference things that don't exist for an argument that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I mean, this is some fucked up shit, dude.
Well, what did we talk about before as far as sports goes? Even if you're referencing or looking into sports, sometimes you have to look for multiple sources to get the right information, right? The same thing like on YouTube, for example. We're on YouTube, right? We make videos. I recently bought a house not that long ago. I've been doing a lot of DIY. I never had my own home. I never had to do a lot of this stuff. So what have I been doing? I've been watching different videos to learn how to do certain things. Some of this stuff is very, very hard. That's difficult. That requires some level of expertise to it. Some of this stuff is easier. But what I do is I don't just watch the first video that pops up on the topic I'm researching. I watch several videos. And what I realize is that in the videos, these guys are all doing the same thing. So that must mean that if they're all doing this in the video, they're all doing the same steps, right? They're not skipping any of these things. Then those must be important steps. That seems to be the baseline for how to do this thing. So if I just watch one video and I get some information, I might be way off on this. I didn't get other sets of information.
You guys remember the South Park video a while back that just people don't know how to do anything anymore, and the dude's asking Alexa to turn the screwdriver for him.
Yep.
What did we say before? Man. Go ahead, Speed.
I was gonna say it's like you guys ever seen WALL-E? It's like the end of WALL-E. It's like we're literally just a bunch of human beings. Human beings just in our little hover chairs, just pushing each other along, getting information. Okay. That's where we are.
Yes, it is, and have been. And I'm gonna play some stuff for a while.
Play some Hoobastank. Put some Hoobastank on. Come on,
dude. Has anyone noticed that I haven't been doing the musical interludes? That's because I actually went and listened to Hoobastank, and it's like, goddamn, that is fucking trash.
It's bad. It's real bad.
Okay, so you were joking. Really bad. You were joking.
Yeah. What do I know about Hoobastank?
Oh, thank fucking God.
What the hell do I know about Hoobastank?
Okay, our viewers are dropping. Let's play some shit.
Oh my God, dude! The people in the chat make my fucking brain.
No,
hurt.
don't. They don't exist.
1 2 year, $8 million. When you first heard the deal, what did you think, or the move? What did you think?
I thought everywhere in the world, but Philly.
You didn't think Philly?
I did not think Philly. I'm sorry, I didn't. I was one of those guys that thought he would go somewhere where he was familiar to, even go to Cleveland. I thought, for me, that made the most sense because, all the talk you hear about, the GOATs and him pairing him to Jordan and Kobe. For me, if he was thinking about it, which he probably never did, but Cleveland the only thing that made sense for me to keep him in that conversation. Because you go back home, you bring another championship there with the team they have there. I think that's bigger than winning the championship with any other team that's already built to win the championship. You're the best player in the league, as you say. So going to a team that's already championship ready, that's not really that's not what I would look at as the best player in the league challenging himself. You know what I'm saying? He's done it before, and he has the right to make his own decision, just like I have the right to my opinion. I don't think that was a best player in the league move, or what a guy that I respect as being the best player in the league would do.
God damn. Oh, there's my still frame. Okay, so some people consider this Steven Jackson calling out LeBron, and yet I'm like, well, wait a minute. If this is a weak move and this removes him from the conversation, then how did all of his previous weak moves not remove him from the conversation?
Yeah.
Like, what is your criteria based on, Steven Jackson? Steven, I want to like you, but you just keep fucking up. God damn it. I don't think I need to preface this any further. I mean, he said it himself. I mean, he keeps saying the best player in the league and all this other fucking nonsense.
For context, AOH, Steven Jackson, for however you feel about him, I personally feel has a pattern of just saying things to continue to seem relevant. I feel like he can be bought very easily, kind of based on how he maneuvers. That's just my how I feel about that.
Well, here's our two spectrums: already bought and kind of bought. I'm not sure that there's even anyone else.
I think he's kind of bought. I think he kind of dips his toes in that conversation, but I think he's kind of a wave rider in a sense.
You guys said basketball shows in the chat, right? I think I heard this on his show and a couple of other shows. I'm wondering if he wants to chime in with his take. But yeah, Jesus.
Basketball show, are you still there?
Yeah, he's still in the chat. He's still there.
Again,
well, here one thing while we're waiting.
Why is this only bad? Why is this only bad now at this stage in the career? His entire career is based on this type.
That was the first thing I thought. Airways, the same thing you thought.
Yep.
Okay, let's roll with that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Beam.
No, go ahead. I lost my point. I completely lost my point. It's gone. It's in the ether. You can keep playing. That's what I wanted to say. Yeah, Matt Barnes, I don't know if you're going to keep playing this clip, but Matt Barnes goes in to continue to talk about the media after this and how the media manipulates the narrative. I thought to myself, that's what they do. That's what he and all the Smoke and Steven Jackson are now. They are the definition of that media that continues to push these things. So and yet all the smoke said that, it was just gross.
All the smoke is also where you'll hear the closest thing to anything somewhat real.
That's
St. Paul sent in a super from basketball show.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, let's the B-Baller Show. Steven Jackson said a year ago LeBron should look for a better situation last year. Oh, well, okay. You're encouraging the motherfucker to take it the easy way out.
But do you see how he switches? There's the switch right there.
Writer. He is. He's kind of a fence rider. He plays both ends.
Yes, right.
And
right. He's very inconsistent, these guys. Sometimes I've done videos where Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes will have they have a lot of guests on their show. It's a very popular podcast. You don't have guys on there talking about something. The guy will be saying some complete nonsense, and they'll be sitting there hyping him up like yes men right next to them as hype men. And I'm like, why don't you guys stop these guys from saying this crap? It's insane stuff. They just sit there and let guys lie on the podcast sometimes. So to me, they're inconsistent at times with the LeBron James, Kobe, Michael Jordan stuff. Like sometimes they'll say stuff like, yeah, the three guys in the conversation is Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. I'm like, what? How is this the conversation? It's those three guys. That's it. No, it's not. Stop lumping LeBron James in with these guys and stop making it seem as if it's just them three guys for these conversations. That's laughable stuff, but they repeat that crap all the goddamn time. Steven Jackson also said something about LeBron going to the Cleveland Cavaliers because that would be a better storybook ending or some nonsensical take. Like, come on, Steven Jackson. Like, that ship has been sailed, dude. He's going to go back there again? Like, give me a break, man. You guys knocked Michael Jordan for quitting multiple times when we all know the reasons behind the retirements. But you guys have no energy to talk about LeBron James going back to Cleveland, leaving, going back, going here, going back there multiple times.
Exactly.
Shout out to Phantom Black 94 with the comment. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Why they've reduced themselves to, so wanting to win is bad now. That's such a great way to summarize it because that's exactly what they say. Oh, so now ring chasing's bad. They completely manipulate the argument. It goes back to the whole, well, is he stacking the deck or does he want to win? Of course he wants to win. No, assholes. When you join a team with a bunch of generational players, a bunch of MVPs, and a bunch of finals MVPs, that's stacking the deck. That's not winning. Like, these are such low bar arguments. You think we'd be like, you can explain this to a child. You can explain this to someone in 2nd or 3rd grade and say, hey, which do you think is more of a challenge? And they'll tell you. They'll flat out tell you because they've played it in Roblox 1 billion times. They'll tell you this is what's worth more. So we shouldn't have to explain this to adults, who I think are fully functioning. I hope. I pray.
Well, when we live in a world where clicking is the motivation, they might intentionally be allowing nonsense to be said.
LeBron James fans will say there's no GOAT. And they'll be like, okay, well, why don't you guys tell LeBron James that? Because he's the one always calling himself the goddamn GOAT. Don't sit here and tell us that. Go talk to LeBron James.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a quick question while we're on it. You don't think this is going to whole edge come back a little bit?
I don't know.
To reach its full potential?
You see the usage rate of each of the key players. Embiid 33.5%, Maxey nearly 29%, LeBron is nearly 27%, Edgecombe is nearly 20%, and then Jaylen Brown is 36%.
It's only 4 quarters.
And only 1 ball. But I feel like
no shit.
Yeah. What was the total of all those percentages? Were they at 200%?
Yeah, but where are you going to get this kind of insight, AOH? Did you know there's only 1 basketball?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
You know what's funny, though? They mentioned Joel Embiid's statistics. They mentioned the usage, right? And what's funny is Joel Embiid's a perfect example of what we mentioned earlier in the show about playing all the games and averaging a certain amount of stats. Joel Embiid's entire resume, his statistical profile, is heavily exaggerated because he misses so many games. So the man will play 40, 50 games in a season, no back-to-backs. He'll duck guys like Nikola Jokic every season, like LeBron James ducked Giannis all those years. And he'll average a certain amount of stats that looks good. I believe Joel Embiid is the league leader in points per minute in NBA's history.
Unbelievable.
What an accolade.
He's also the leader in least minutes per game.
Also, AOH for context, Steven Jackson is quite, and I think I saw this in the chat once or twice. Steven Jackson is quite often engaging in youthful, I'm going to just say youthful criminal activities consistently being gang related. And he's like 70. So I think he just tries to stay relevant.
I just realized maybe I should be careful about what he's promoting. I don't know what his hat says.
Move of what a guy that I respect as being the best player in the league would do.
I respect being the best player in the league. Fuck yourself, bitch. Don't ever talk again. I mean, come on. If you're willing to say that.
That's another thing that was weird to me again. Like we just said, how are you still calling LeBron James the best player in the league? I think he's trying to speak from the point of view of LeBron James that he would feel. How could LeBron James still think he's anywhere close to the best player in the league right now? And how could you be sitting here promoting LeBron James as anything close to the best player in the league?
He wants this dude's contract. He wants this guy's contract. Just say some
but no, Robin, think about it. When you say something like that, that's going to get clipped up.
Yeah.
Once that gets clipped up, you start to it becomes that giant word bubble, right? You start to see the LeBron and greatest of all time become associated again back in the media. So the more you see that, the more people are going to start to think it. So they're literally trying to speak it back into existence.
Yeah, but Speam, if it was level, if it was fair, why couldn't someone also get clipped up for saying LeBron's the worst player in the league?
Because none of them have the guts to do it. Or they're on platforms like ours, where if you say it on YouTube, well, I'm not monetized. I'm still a nobody up here. But if one of you guys say it on YouTube, you might get demonetized. So there's the threat of saying that.
No, I've been saying that shit for over a year. They haven't demonetized me.
Better clip that part out.
He's
they're gonna come after you.
He's gonna lose that $5 a month.
They're gonna come after you.
You got, like I said, man, you got to remain consistent. Again, listen. It's not that hard to remain consistent if you're not trying to be a George Costanza type of person. If your agenda is pure, man, if your agenda is not pure, if you're trying to create an agenda here or a narrative, you're trying to get people to view or think about a certain way, then it's hard for people to remain consistent. That's why liars always get tripped up in the end. That's why, trying to live these lies is not easy. Because, like I said, you're always trying to remember who you said what to, what you did there, who saw you at a certain place, what were you acting with. It's how hard it is to keep that stuff up. That's a LeBron James fan base right now. They try to keep up with all these lies and narratives they got going. And in the end, they end up just tripping over those same lies and narratives.
But what a weird motivation. Something I said earlier in the show. What a weird motivation to promote a lie and narrative. Like, why would you devote your life to that instead of actually having been inspired by watching greatness? Let's get to some supers because I'm falling way behind them. I don't know. Gaines says 5.
I don't know.
Somebody else?
Gaines since 84. I like that. Gaines.
Is it Gaines?
I think, Jules.
What does that mean? I'm sorry. What does it mean?
Gains, man. Man. Exercise
like
and working
gains.
out, getting your gains.
Muscle gains.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool.
That's what happens if you just stop running in the forest.
Thank you. God damn it. Fuck off.
Stop doing cardio in the mountains. Put on some muscle.
Oh, stop doing cardio in the mountains like Walter fucking Payton.
That's right.
Or Jerry Rice.
Or Jerry Rice.
Them hills.
Yep.
Sarah, a LeBum, told me I had low IQ. Well, just end it all because a LeBum told you. I told him he's the one worshiping a loser. He should check his own IQ. Dude told me to go make a sandwich.
Fucking hell.
That's like a broke person telling you to get money. Just don't listen to it. Just keep moving on with life.
Is making a sandwich a put down? I mean, like, making a sandwich is like a decent idea a lot of the time.
Maybe they're not fans of Scooby-Doo. Because
I might go make a goddamn sandwich right now.
Yeah, they make some great sandwiches. Shout out to Scooby-Doo and Shaggy.
Shout out to Scooby-Doo. There it is.
Shout out to Sarah. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Armando Ruiz again. Any plans to change the live schedule for NFL? Oh, damn. Are you guys down for that? I mean, that's a whole look where we are. We haven't even touched most of the topics I have scheduled for today, and that's while ignoring the NFL.
I don't watch the NFL anymore. It's just as trash as the NBA.
Well, I think he was talking about the timing. The 1 o'clock live shows on a Sunday. People are going to be watching football.
Oh.
I like doing Sunday morning lives. A lot of times, you guys know I do that. So maybe I can do something like that, or maybe we could move the show to another time or another day. I don't know, but that's what I think Armando Ruiz was referring to.
That's right. In California, NFL starts at 10 a.m.
Yep.
It's assuming the NFL's worth watching, but that's a different topic. Probably, is it as bad as the NBA? Probably not yet. I don't know.
Shout out to college football.
I mean, not much to cheer for in the Bay Area, so I don't give a fuck.
Don't be Debbie
Am
Downer.
I going to miss a Niner game or a Warrior game? Oh, no. Or a Giants game?
The Giants the Giants, oh, my God. The Giants have been bad.
I think they just set a record for, like, fucking blowing a ninth inning.
The Giants blew so many games last season. Good Lord, man.
This season. For Balkan. Or did I say it wrong again? God damn it.
God damn, man, wait.
You go ahead. Just take it.
I don't know how to do it either. That's why when you win, I walk away.
Coming through.
Yeah, Siberius, get in there.
Please.
It is frightening how easy it is to fool people with propaganda. LeBron James' legacy of greatness is a complete falsehood based on corporate media.
Thank you. Thank you. Can I just put that up every 5 minutes? That summarizes everything.
Yeah.
It's also why we talk about society and this dipshit population of human beings that should have been Thanos. Not 50%. Fuck 50%. Let's go with 90.
God damn, LH.
90%.
You agree with me. You motherfucking agree with me.
I absolutely agree with you. There's about 7 billion people too many on this planet, give or take.
Yeah, you think 1 billion people's good for the planet? Like we were heading downhill when anyway. Goddamn, what are we doing? Papa Yogito! LeBron wants to surpass Jordan.
That's shit right there.
Huh?
You just snapped 90% of the world's population off.
And that would still be way too many goddamn human beings. Way too goddamn many.
I want to see if we go down this rabbit hole. I pray we don't, because I'm tired.
Hey, look, I tried to move on. Sports and fitness rants of all people brought us right back. I tried to fucking.
I can't believe, because he just got done watching Ferngully. That's why. Right there. Yep.
Hey,
you can watch Ferngully for free on YouTube. Just shouting it out.
SNFR
nice.
read it. SNFR read it. What?
Shout to secret of the NIM.
I just made my girlfriend watch that, and I got to tell you, as a child, I knew it was kind of like making some references to human beings, but goddamn, it's straight up.
Talk about Debbie Downer,
human beings,
dude. It's bleak.
You want to talk about Debbie Downing?
That's some dark stuff right there.
Yeah.
Hey, how come the mice that weren't injected with the shit could talk to the rats that were injected with the shit? Okay, we're way off goddamn track. Read this shit. Read this shit, Sports and Business Rants.
Yo, Papa Yagito. Shout out to Papa Yagito for coming through as always. Another true supporter. LeBron wants to surpass Jordan, ? He doesn't even have the confidence to go bald. At least Jeffrey knew when to let it go. The hair plugs speak to how LeBron moves in life. Fake. Absolutely. Shout out to Papa Yagito.
Absolutely. Great comment.
So true. So true.
LeBron is so insecure about his hair that, and that's why I took my hat off. The whole point of his show, The Shop, was to further give the idea that I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. It's so sad. To further give the idea that he had a healthy head of hair that needed cut that often. But if you ever watch that stupid show, they don't actually do anything. But he's so insecure that they had to frame a show around it.
Yeah. Shame on me for some of the projects I never finished, but it was like there's a clip from the barbershop show in which there's a great big healthy chunk of dark hair on his shoulder. Like, is that supposed to have come from your head?
Right. When was that ever there? But then they're going to say, "Oh, we're talking about his hands looks."
Why can't you film your hair being cut?
That's so
I'll bet you they use AI for that. I'll bet you they use AI for him getting a haircut. And then we get back into, well, you guys were just talking about men's appearances, blah, blah, blah. No, we're talking about what a lie looks like. We're talking about what a disingenuous person looks like. And Robin, you talked about maintaining a lie. Maintaining a lie is what's happening on top of LeBron's head. And when you're maintaining a lie and you try and you try and you try, right? But you see that it's thinning. It's the same thing as life, right? If you try to maintain that same lie, it becomes weaker and weaker. That's exactly what's happening to his head. And like, I'm joking, but I'm not. That's what we're talking about.
Let me clean my
That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about his appearance. We're talking about the fact that he's maintaining a lie. He's maintaining just like his camp does. That's all.
Here's your truth.
Spring, that was outstanding. That was excellent. The way that you put it, because that's exactly what he's got going on. And see, that's why we've laughed before with the do-rag stuff and the brushing of the scalp, all these things, and you're looking like, dude, what are you doing? Like, dude, it's okay. Like, you know, when LeBron James fans are funny, they'll say, you think LeBron cares about you? He's a billionaire. Yeah, But why does he care about his hair so much then? Why is he not living? Like you pointed out in that movie that he did, Trainwreck or whatever it was. Yo, if you see him in that movie, it looks like the man's got a solid hairline and a nice thick layer of hair going on in the movie. I mean, they CGI'd his hair for Space Jam. Did Michael Jordan CGI hair in his head in Space Jam?
LeBron has nice caramel smooth skin in that movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smooth skin.
Just hopped on. Tell me something about my Timberwolves and pretend Jonathan Kuminga means something. Well, I can recommend some channels that are excited about it.
Yeah, shout out to Deruta.
I see what you did there.
Kuminga. Problem with Kuminga is his entire career is what he might be able to do.
Yep.
I guess we're still waiting to see.
Yeah, I think someone like Kuminga, because, I mean, in my opinion, I think he has something to prove this season. Remember, he took a lot less money to make this move. People have been clowning him and so on social media and stuff because of the money. So I think he has something to prove out there. Like AOH had mentioned, when he was on the Warriors, he missed a lot of games. He's never on the court. He had a lot of issues with the management, with the coaching staff. Right, so he had some problems. So if he can prove something with LaMelo Ball, with Anthony Edwards, to me, they all have something to prove.
I mean, LaMelo Ball also never on the court.
Right.
I think he averages 50 games for his career.
Yeah, and so this is the challenge. This is the challenge with talking shit. It's like, well, maybe this will be the year where you show us what you're capable of, but we're also talking about players where some way or another they haven't shown us what they're capable of.
Exactly. Yep. Right.
Just
shout out to everybody in the chat, man. A lot of people in the chat. Appreciate you guys coming through. Import AI. Hey Weller. Pink Lady Scorpio always out there. I see you guys. Richard. Shout out to you. Gino Panzini. Lynetta is always there as always. VGRG. Thank you for coming through.
Top Dog. That's our youngster. What are your favorite Lob City Clippers and Blake Griffin moments? Well, Jesus, obviously Kendrick Perkins getting shit on. You know what?
Was Lob City the Pau Gasol dunk when Blake Griffin dunked on Pau Gasol twice? Was that Lob City?
Yes, dude. I mean, we got a smorgasbord of highlights during a short period of time. Yeah, again, another example that like we weren't desperate to move on. We were being entertained. Fucking Blake Griffin was goddamn entertaining.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another instance where, something like health, and some of these things came about, during those times, guys like Chris Paul and, Blake Griffin, these guys having the injury-prone seasons, and really inopportune times. You remember the Clippers, they were up 3-1 over the Houston Rockets that season, and they ended up blowing the 3-1 lead to the James Harden Rockets. So there were many opportunities for the Clippers, and that's part of the problem for the legacy of the Lob City Clippers with Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. Yeah, they have a lot of great highlight dunks in some of those seasons, but we're really remembering them for kind of underachieving and really not really doing anything because of things like injuries and, like I said, them just choking up in some of these moments. Remember, Doc Rivers was always on the hot seat for the Clippers because of the inopportune failures in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
Hey now.
That's LeBron flopping.
What is it?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why.
Would you describe it as?
I don't know why StreamYard doesn't show this shit. Moving along, we are going to look at this intro from Uncommon Sense.
I love this.
What is it, Clarence?
My God.
Would you describe it as a shooting pain, a throbbing pain, or maybe an imaginary pain because you don't want to go back to prison?
What does it hurt?
My God, I feel like I'm getting stabbed.
That's your problem. Ain't nobody playing but you.
It's just basketball. It's just basketball.
I'm the turnover king.
Rest in peace, Charlie.
5,000 account.
I like to form super teams. I only got 4 rings.
That's 3.5.
'Cause I'm the turnover king.
Like and subscribe on the way in the door, my people. I hope you all are having a truly fantastic day too. 3.5. Mickey Mouse don't count.
So I think I already poached the Joel Embiid part from this, but Uncommon Sense's intros are quite something. They're great.
Yep.
I've got another one that I'm going to play, but I wanted to at least put that in there so that we get our viewership back up. I think Spam Engine was talking for too long and we lost some people.
Yo, shout out to Uncommon Sense again. Shout out to my man LH for giving us these little interludes here with the beat going. And, I love when my man Common Sense says he only got 4 rings. Oh, no, that's 3.5. It's fantastic stuff again. And you know what's funny about those clips that you showed with the gunshot behind it? Again, shout out to the movie Boys in the Hood that I talked about in my live show on Friday night. One of the classic movies of my era.
Fortunately, the late great Kobe Bryant.
When you see someone getting shot like Morris Chestnut, Ricky, like Ricky did in that moment, look at LeBron James when he gets fouled and look at Ricky's acting job. Yo, shout out to Morris Chestnut, man, in the acting when he got shot in the chest, man, and he was rolling around. That's LeBron James on a foul call. He's doing one of the Morris Chestnut acting jobs for Ricky in Boys in the Hood.
Morris Chestnut had a career in the modern NBA. He didn't know it.
That's who LeBron. Instead of LeBron James studying Michael Jordan and the other great players, the Larry Birds, right, and the Dr. J's, he was out there studying Morris Chestnut and the other actors. See how they can go out there and recreate some of these things.
Thank you, Robert, for gold. Oh no, 10 jewels. Thank you, Robert, for gold coin jewels. I'm confused. Thank you for these things that I don't understand.
Oh, I saw in the chat. Shout out to a basketball show. He said something about if you're okay with it, he could maybe join the next Sunday live show.
Hey man, how many times do I have to ask for your goddamn email? How many times?
Well, hopefully he's still in the chat, but he said he might be available to join next Sunday.
AngryOldHoops@gmail.com. Just send it.
Christopher Columbus 69 at gmail.com.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Okay, back to yet another intro from Uncommon. This is his video about Bob Meyers. I don't even know if we'll get to Bob Meyers, even though he's one of my topics of the day. But the intro itself, great stuff, Uncommon.
Unfortunately, late.
Come on.
We should
and
save
Michael
the Bob
Jordan.
Meyers for Wednesday.
In my opinion, the 2 guys I ever played against that was willing to leave it all on the court.
He ain't lying.
We go into halftime.
Oh, Jesus.
And T-Lou looks right at Bron. Says, I need more from you.
I said, Bron, you got to be better, bro. Damn. Like, what you mean? I got this. I said, I don't care about no stats.
Do you remember Bron's reaction?
What the f*** we do?
How much harder will you work in this offseason now to get back to the championship?
I'll push myself to exhaustion. Michael Jordan has got to be the first pick. He was extremely coachable.
Because we never see Lou the most chill.
He's so chill. He came right in there at halftime like, bro, you got to be better. You got to be better. Bro, I was like, what you want me to do?
Button your shirt up.
I got this. I said, I don't care about no stats. You got to be. He said, what you want me to do, T-Lou?
I'm averaging a triple-double in the finals. I'm pretty good, I would think.
I'm leading in rebounding, steals, assists. He's like, I don't know.
He said, I don't know, but you need to be better. You need to figure it out. Get the ball, dunk the ball, shoot it, pass it, do whatever you got to do.
Damn. Do we understand that Richard Jefferson is the same guy that started dropping F-bombs and talking about the interesting 5 years the Lakers are going to have because they didn't fucking give him $50 million to continue to sabotage them? Like, he, on one day on a podcast, he's fucking upset as hell about LeBron being disrespected. And here he's laughing his goddamn ass off with again, I'm going to guess a fashion statement we could catch Speedman sporting in the streets.
No, you will not catch me dressing like some vampire on national television talking sports.
Where are the frilly sleeves to go with that fucking unbuttoned shirt?
Button your shirt. Button your shirt. You can't be up there like a figure skater representing
That was
sports.
Blades of Glory.
It's nasty.
Blades.
It's
It's
crazy.
a lovely blouse.
It's crazy. And you know what the wildest part is? Richard Jefferson, he's dunked on some cats in his career. So for him to be up there dressing like Peter Pan and saying what he's saying is very disappointing, because I've seen him catch a lot of bodies in his heyday. Like there's no question. This professional wrestling thing that he's doing with the buttons and the effeminate maneuvers and all that stuff, it's weird. I really think it's how he's branding himself. It's disappointing.
It's part of the job application to remain in Clutch Sports Media. Be as feminine as LeBron or more feminine.
Yeah.
No, that's a good point, though, Steve, because that's great. You're right. Richard Jefferson is actually one of the great dunkers of his era. He really was. I mean, when you think about some of the dunking highlights that Richard Jefferson has, I mean, that dunk on Klay Thompson on Christmas Day. In the same game, he had a nice dunk on Kevin Durant in that same game on Christmas Day. So he's had some great highlight dunks. So like you say, it's really sad to see some of these guys go down these roads and sell their integrity and their honor and their respect, just to support LeBron James. But if you really think about what they're saying, this is part of the things that we talk about, the inconsistencies of them. How are you going to try to compare that guy you're talking about in these clips to someone like Michael Jordan? This is laughable stuff, man. Like, you think Michael Jordan had these scenarios where Phil Jackson walked in the locker room and was like, yo, man, I need you to be better. You got to be better, man, because you out there lollygagging on the court, and Michael Jordan's going to turn around and say, yo, Phil, man, I'm averaging 35. What you want from me? Where's Pippen at? Phil? Why don't you get on him? You ain't never heard this kind of nonsense. And we heard all the stories from the locker rooms. We know what's going on down there. All the teammates talked about Michael Jordan yelling at everybody all the goddamn time. Remember, that was what kicked off. Remember they said Michael Jordan, the Bulls never lost 3 games in a row from 1990 to 1998. You know what kicked that off? Michael Jordan getting in everyone's ass in the locker room, screaming and yelling after the Bulls opened the season with a loss. He was fed up with it. He's like, yo, what's going on here, y'all? And they never lost 3 games in a row again. So you ain't just yelling for no reason.
Yeah. Excellent point.
Mr. Shanny, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Scrubnificent was that kid in school that got his ass kicked, but we'll say I got the last lick, though. I don't think I don't even think he'll admit to ever getting his ass kicked. And I doubt if LeBron's been in a fight. I got to tell you, his personality type tells me he's never even been in a fight.
Yeah, I doubt it.
But thank you, Mr.
It's
Shanny.
weird. It's weird he's
Probably
been in the
not
league
after
this long
10.
and never been in an altercation. Actually, AOH, that's a strong point. As long as he's been in the league, he's as physical as he plays. I've never seen him in a physical altercation in the league. Not once.
Oh, he was chest to chest with Enes Kanter.
He pretended a few times.
That's true.
Yeah, and Enes Kanter's a woman now, so great for LeBron James.
Oh, next rabbit hole. Yeah, let's do
You
that.
went chest to chest with a woman. Or a guy who thinks he's a woman. I don't know what he thinks he is. He's like Robert Downey Jr. In the movie Tropic Thunder. He's a guy pretending to be a guy, playing a guy on the side with another guy. I don't know, disguised as a guy.
We are approaching
The
the
late, great
abyss.
Kobe.
We are approaching Pandora's box. If you want to
No,
go
man,
down
we're
this road,
approaching common
I'm
sense.
for it. I'm for it if you want to go off this cliff, but just think.
I just want to let you guys know I'm going to enjoy our last live ever.
Exactly. Yep.
What? Wait, I'm sorry. Where did we cross the threshold exactly?
I don't know, an hour ago.
I don't know, probably a couple episodes ago, a year ago, something like that.
Enes freedom. He don't want to.
Well, no. Back to the LeBron thing. The one time somebody pressed him, Isaiah Stewart, what did he have to say about it? Nothing. He didn't do that fake hold me back stuff like he did with Mario Chalmers.
No. The thing that gets me about the Mario Chalmers is 7 inches smaller than him. 6 or 7 inches smaller, and he didn't even flinch. He just stood there like, what?
Right, exactly.
Which
that's
tells
called
you everything you need to know about LeBron.
right. That's a teammate who's been around that bitch on a daily basis.
A lot. And he knows you're not going to do shit.
You're not.
And you know LeBron twisted his shoulder or something when he got held back anyways. So it doesn't matter. He wouldn't have been able to fight.
Is that why he was shitty in the playoffs?
They held him back too hard. So he twisted his insert, injury here.
So it's hard to keep up with the fucking explanations for why he failed.
Yeah, like LeBron got tough with Draymond Green. Like Draymond Green, he tried to get tough with Draymond Green.
No, he put his nuts on the back of his head. Draymond Green liked it,
and they got rid of Draymond Green.
Draymond Green was purchased. If you've ever seen anyone switch sides dramatically and quickly,
Isaiah Thomas will tell you now that Michael Jordan was crying to the NBA behind the scenes about the Pistons. You remember any of those guys ever getting suspended in any of those series? I never remember Bill Laimbeer getting suspended or Isaiah Thomas or any of these guys that were doing a little bit of dirty stuff on Michael Jordan repeatedly. Those guys never got suspended from a game. None of that. I told you, in 1989 playoffs, Michael Jordan was called for more personal fouls than those guys. Are you kidding me, man?
I love how no one ever talks about that. That's an excellent point, Robin. No one ever talks about that.
How come no one's ever asked Draymond in an interview about whether or not LeBron stepping over him was an accident or intentional? Like they just leave that part out of it. The only thing that happened was Draymond swiping at LeBron, but LeBron didn't do anything. I mean, just ask about it. Just ask about it. I mean, we know he's gonna lie, but like, has anyone even asked about it?
Look how many times Michael Jordan was quote unquote stepped over in those series against the Pistons those years. He was stepped over several times by a lot of those players.
Sorry, that's an accident.
No, I was done.
No, that was an accident. Oh, guys.
It's exhausting. It is.
Do we want to talk about Bob Meyers? He's kind of like, I don't know if he ranks very high on. I mean,
I thought I heard Tiberius saying he wanted to save it, but I could be making that up.
I have a clip for it for Wednesday. I was going to say, but I don't know what you're going to show.
Okay, so what have we gone over today? For everyone who is late or has been here the whole time, let's do a review. Steven Jackson's comments were still flawed, even if he was pretending to call out LeBron, which I don't know. That's a stretch. Uncommon Sense's intros, we've partially done that. I said we might talk about the rigging for LeBron James, and yet that seems redundant. That's just ongoing, but we can if we want to. We covered Joel Embiid's nonsense. We made fun of Jason Timpfs and Draymond Green a little bit. We talked about what the goals of our channels are compared to sycophants who kiss ass for a paycheck versus trying to tell the truth for no paycheck. Guys, I didn't even ask you what your priorities for the days were. Was there something that I left out?
The show is awesome, man. We've been rolling for a minute.
I think we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, we have.
Yeah,
we have run the gambit.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've gone again from Draymond Green to Flat Earth today. So
we started at 10 a.m. by the way on my time. We've been going. So
I know,
shout out to everybody who's stuck with us. Shout out to everyone who's still here. I'm gonna it worked last time. I'm gonna say, hey, send in some supers. We want to acknowledge your supers in this last portion of the show. Let me play a little bit more uncommon because boy, does he put some good stuff in these
work that goes into robbing people. It's a say this, my LeBron James cat. Welcome back, my people. Welcome back to Fanboy Friday, and we have some more foolish.
Where does Fanboy Friday musical intro rank for you guys among Uncommon's hits?
I mean, it's definitely a good one, but he just has so many bangers that it's hard to pick one.
for you today. So Bob Meyers appeared on the Cousins podcast with Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter. And I must say, people, Tracy McGrady, he doesn't need a podcast. He's really in that LeBron James category. He's really in that Kevin Durant category. And that is, the more he opens his mouth, he just looks completely ridiculous. But anyway, that's another video. But Bob Meyers went on the Cousins podcast and they talked about a variety of things. But before we get started, I just want to say this, my people. We live in a day and time where people simply will make up whatever narrative they need to make up to justify the deplorable things that they do. For example,
goddamn. I'm pretty sure we could stop right there and go for a good 20 minutes.
Yep.
Thank you, Carl. Still rolling strong, 2 hours plus. God. Being rewarded for saying deplorable shit. I guess it's redundant at this point. It's kind of the overarching theme of all of this. But anyone inspired to say something specific after hearing that?
Yeah, well, again, it factors right back into our talk about society. You get rewarded for saying anything, for saying the worst things. There's the Catch Me Outside girl got a record deal. The Hawk Tua girl got to throw out a first pitch at a baseball game. Like, these are the times we live in. You just say things. It used to be that you could just say something crazy, and then maybe you'll get a record deal or some money. Now it's if you say something dangerous, you get the attention. So it's a very slippery slope. But again, it goes back to, we're right at that intersection between sports and society. You can't help it. It cannot be helped.
I really question whether or not people actually believe what they say anymore. And again, I think that's where we're at with a lot of this stuff. Like you guys are mentioning, people are just now saying things for other reasons other than because they believe what they're actually saying. So again, you're backing up certain people by, supporting these weird narratives and scenarios. I've said this, defending the indefensible. It's crazy stuff to me. I really do question someone like Bob Meyers and, him, saying the things that he said about LeBron James taking the hard way, the challenging path, choosing the path of, most resistance as opposed to the path of least resistance, which we all know LeBron James did. Everyone knows that LeBron James went out there and joined that team because it was going to give him the best odds of winning a championship while doing less on the team. But this guy's trying to tell you, he could have went to Cleveland, which would have been a comfortable move for him. He would have felt better about being in Cleveland. He could have went to, another place. Like, this is weak stuff out here, man.
Yeah. You inspired me to play more of this.
Someone may rob someone. Maybe they got their riches through robbing people. And while we all know this is a deplorable way to make your money, because in today's culture, people only care about the result. They don't care about how you did it. Someone will say, well, robbing people isn't easy, man. I mean, it's a lot of work that goes into robbing people. It's a lot of risk that goes into robbing people. He could have took the easy way and got a 9 to 5 and just worked. But no, he actually took that was the more difficult route, is pulling the gun and and taking what somebody else has earned.
It's a joke, and yet it's not a joke.
Yep.
Exactly. Great point by Uncommon Sense there, in reference to this whole weird, narrative that Bob Meyers is trying to create when he goes on the microphone. And again, what are you gaining by this, dude? Like, you sound ridiculous. There's no way you can believe this was the hardest move possible for LeBron James. I mean, like I said, this is just laughable stuff, man.
Look, they go so far with their nonsense that we bypass previous points of nonsense on that route. For example, even going to Cleveland wasn't respectable. Like, going to the 76ers after all their roster changes is absurdly unrespectable. But going back to Cleveland wasn't respectable. We're all supposed to just believe that everything's forgiven because LeBron James was born somewhere in the state of Cleveland. Fuck off. You abandoned Cleveland multiple times at a low point. If he were to come back to save his goddamn career from yet another low point in LA, that's respectable. But that wasn't respectable either. And it's not like Cleveland is like lacking of talent. It's not like he's going to a fucking completely talentless team. Everyone on this panel would say that having James Harden there is not very good, but poor Donovan Mitchell, we might as well say goodbye to him. Whatever he was going to become isn't going to happen. And furthermore, wouldn't have happened with LeBron there. But as if going to Cleveland would have been respectable. None of it was fucking respectable. And 76ers move is even less respectable.
Right.
In addition to all that, AOH, one thing I don't think you mentioned is that if Cleveland, if you've done everything for Cleveland, right, and this is your home and you're so proud of it, are we going to forget that you basically left them hanging this entire offseason?
Yeah.
And you did it in a way that was so public and so embarrassing to them. It's like I don't know, like this is your hometown, right? Then why would you just leave them hanging like this? I hope they boo him every time he shows up because you knew you weren't going back to Cleveland. Everything you do is calculated. But
how did they ever welcome him back though? How did they ever welcome him back, Spin? They burned this dude's jersey. And the next thing you know, they're like, oh well, hey, go ahead, come back. I mean, things aren't working out. Things aren't working out in Miami after you stole a couple of fake championships. Hey, go ahead, come back, be a coward here. I mean,
I still don't understand. And they're going to give him a tribute when he gets there, and they're going to clap and cheer. But it's like, no, like this dude left you hanging for multiple seasons. For multiple seasons, we had to sit and listen to. Well, is he going to go back to Cleveland? Is he going? Like, first of all, who cares? A, but B, if you care so much about this town, like, yo, just leave that out there. Just make your move. Don't give them hope if you know you're not going there. You know your family ain't going from Los Angeles to Cleveland. Nobody wants to go to Cleveland from anywhere, let alone Los Angeles to Cleveland. So you knew you weren't doing that. So don't act like you were.
No, you're right. Speedy.
My bad. Who I think Robin, you were talking, or maybe it was Siberius.
No, you good. Yeah, I mean, listen. The whole thing with the fans, like you mentioned before, how do you accept someone like LeBron James back to your franchise? And like I said, the fact that everything that LeBron James has continued to do, you're not a man of your word. Like when he went back to Cleveland, he said, "I'm not leaving y'all. I'm not going anywhere." He said that. I mean, it's the same thing we talk about with the not 5, 6, 7, 8. He just talks a lot of crap. He don't back none of this stuff up. He don't stand on it. There's another classic example of when the going gets tough, wherever LeBron James is, he bails out. When the going got tough in Cleveland the first time, he left. No doubt, man. You went to Miami. Going got tough in Miami. All of a sudden, all things started. I left, right? You go back to Cleveland. Going gets tough in Cleveland. You leave, right? Because Kyrie Irving bailed on you before you could bail on him.
He also has loyalty tattooed on his body.
I forgot about that.
Like, you don't know what that fucking word means.
Yep, right. It's true. That's a great point, Siberius. You're right, man. Fake ass tattoos again, man. This is more of LeBron James. You just fake these tattoos. I mean, he probably got a Malcolm X tattoo we don't know about.
He probably does.
I do know that both he and Anthony Davis got Kobe Bryant tattoos after Kobe passed. Right before he went and gave that made up speech in front of everybody. So he's not above putting ink on his body that he doesn't believe in.
Right.
Clearly.
Hey, shout out to the person who emailed me about an early Cleveland game in which LeBron James was doing the same things that we showed a clip earlier. J.R. Smith and Richard Jefferson were laughing. Somehow it was laughable at this point about Ty Lue calling out LeBron James for his lack of effort or not doing what was needed. Filing his nails on the bench and whatnot. Apparently this fucking dude was doing this from the beginning which even I didn't know. So boy, do I have a long list of footage to go through. Shout out to everybody who bothers to email me. It's not easy to get to all of the content, especially when telling the truth doesn't pay you a goddamn thing and you still have to put a roof over your head. But I appreciate everybody for at least sending the content our direction.
Feel free to send
What
some
else
to
you
me.
got?
I'm always willing to, take people's ideas and see if I can run with them.
Oh, actually, that reminds me. Robin, come back into the screen. Robin, come back. Real quick. Hey, I got Siberian and AOH to agree to it, but we're gonna watch Space Jam and do a commentary on it. The second one, the bad one.
No way, really?
Here,
we talked about doing this last year.
Let me put pressure on. Let me put pressure on Sports Veterans. I'll show up if he shows up because I don't.
Oh, come on! You have to.
I don't want to watch that shit. I don't want to watch that shit.
You have to. I'm gonna get hammered and make fun of it. Huh?
How long's the movie?
Oh, not the whole movie. I can't do that. Just some scenes.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm down, man. I'm down for it.
All right.
Hey, people
give me a heads up.
People with the super chats. Thank you, everybody. Can't tell you enough how appreciated it is. Thank you for the super chats. Oh, it's Love Them Skins. Where you been all day? MJ goes out in public and crowds gather to see and praise him. Look, Clown goes out in public and people boo and insult him.
Yep.
That's so true. Shout out to Love Them Skins, a true supporter out here. A perfect example of LeBron James' fake celebrity, his fake stardom, and how it's nowhere on the level of Michael Jordan.
Something interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Michael Jordan publicly booed in a public setting. Not once.
Well, don't give these guys ideas. I was just thinking, like, nobody has any integrity anymore. They'll boo him just because we've pointed out that LeBron
Or
gets
they'll
booed.
just AI it into reality.
Oh, they'll AI it in. Yeah.
Right. Remember, Jordan
was the most booed player ever, according to AI.
Yep. Never off the court.
But even
on the court.
Historically, I don't remember ever seeing him booed, and he was in public all the time.
Yep. For real.
AOH, you always show that clip of LeBron getting booed. I think, was it New York?
Well, that's probably me showing Uncommon Sense's intro because he includes that. But
exactly. That's embarrassing.
He got fucking annihilated.
They got video of Jordan walking into restaurants overseas and they're playing the Bulls intro music, man. Like, just crazy stuff when you think about what Jordan does to people. He shuts it down like that. Remember, they're honoring Michael Jordan. That's what it's about.
Carl Harv has an interesting point about people compensating for their past, possibly, in saying that Bob Meyers is doing too much. It doesn't seem like he's confident in what he has done. Shake my head. Yeah, the end of Bob Meyers' time in Golden State was questionable, to say the least. Don't even know how to really explain it, but it certainly makes your comment worth talking about. Thank you, Carl.
Shout out to Carl Harv.
How much credit do we give Bob Meyers for what happened in Golden State? Because, you know what, if people question how much credit to give Steve Kerr, why not question how much credit to give Bob Meyers, and so on and so forth? You can always question these sorts of things. I'm certainly not qualified to figure it out, but I do know that Bob Meyers started kissing LeBron James's ass like right about 2018, 2019.
Shout out to Gino Panzini 8135. I think this is a great comment. Meant to say, if LeBron goes to Europe, they'll say, who the hell is this guy? Not only is that a great comment because it just shows that, like, there's a whole world, right? And LeBron's big here. That's because here is stupid. Jordan is universal. The first Space Jam might as well be a documentary. You can go anywhere in the world and they will know who Michael Jordan is. Here in the United States, they don't rock with LeBron James. That tells you everything you need to know. That's a fantastic comment.
Right. He might be recognizable to some people out there, but he's not popular out there.
Right.
There's a difference.
Yes. That's such a good comment.
Again, man, shout out to you guys in the chat for helping us, during the live show. Because we've been going for a minute out here, and you guys been rolling with us.
3 hours, bro. 3 hours.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Wrap this up soon.
Shout out to us. I usually can't even handle this, but shout out to the panel for keeping this entertaining. Shout out to everyone in the comments for keeping it going. 3 hours is a long time. I need to go exercise again. Some very sugar-filled fucking bourbon barrel quad beer. Yeah, that's sugar-filled. I got to go jog. I got to go run this shit off.
A drunken jog for my man.
Hey, listen, strong show. Listen, we joke, but the stuff we covered today, and I feel like we covered it in an effective way. Yo, props to you. Props to the chat. 3 hours is a long time to do anything, let alone be around people that you don't really like. Just one person on this panel. Shout out to you guys. I love you guys, seriously.
Oh my God! Don't get emotional.
Don't get emotional.
He trying to bring a tear to the eye. Goddamn, Speen. Shout out to you too, man. I appreciate being here with you guys.
I'm feeling good. I love this, man. I love what we do. I love what we do.
Like I said, shout out to everybody in the chat that continues to come through. Again, AOH, thank you for having me on here again. My man Siberius, I appreciate you coming with the energy again, man. I know it's hard sometimes. He's like, yo, I'm trying to get up, man, for it. My brain ain't working right now. I got to recalculate. I got to go beep, boop, right, hit it. But you came here, you dropped some great jewels again today, as always. Like I said, it does mean a lot to us that you guys come through and support my man AOH the way you guys do again, man. Shout out to you guys.
Yes, and thank you, sports and physics fans. Nobody's happy that you missed last weekend.
Yeah, I don't even know why you said that shit.
Listen, man, it was reverse psychology. I want you guys to pump me up. See, I was doing some LeBron James stuff right there, man.
Do I not give you enough love?
Absolutely, you guys do, man.
Maybe I'm not good enough.
Oh, you guys. Well, hey, let me give your guys your flowers as well. I was going to say, as Robin pointed out earlier, I started out as a fan in the chat, and now I'm doing these lives with you, which has been an incredible journey for me. The support that I have received from the chat, that I have received from you guys, has been everything. I mean, when I started my channel, this was the goal. I didn't tell anybody the goal, but I was like, I want to be on these lives. And I achieved that goal. So I just want to say thank you to all of you, and thank you to the chat. I am honored to be a part of it.
Say something nice, AOH, instead of just sitting back there doing the Macarena in the background. Say something nice about everybody.
I was just thinking of the drastic contrast between him and Jason Timpfs. Siberius told the truth and made his way on here, and Jason Timpfs lies out his ass while being an ugly pile of dog shit, and was rewarded.
Yo, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Everybody in the chat, everybody out here on the panel, man, and guys, I hope you guys had a great weekend also, man. And you guys know, man, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man.
Thank you, Robin. We know you got a family, one that you actually tend to, unlike Speen.
Here it comes. Yep, see, you're getting predictable. You're getting predictable. I think it's because you're drunk, but you're definitely getting predictable. I knew it. As soon as you said something nice about Robin, I said, yep, here comes the other side.
Yep, you were fucked.
I knew it. Siberius, you caught it too? Did you catch it?
Oh, I mean, you could have. You saw that coming a mile away.
Thank you.
I said you have a well-shaped bald head. I said that.
The time's over. It's got. Let's just end it. Just
close it. Standing around, just standing around, blowing on my hands. Now I'm playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around.